Hi, everyone. Hope you can hear me. The mic said I was up and running, so I'm hoping you're hearing me. Let me see. I know Michelle's here. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Carpe Diem. Late night for you, huh? We have a solution for that, and I'll share with everyone tonight. And Tammy, of course. And Margaret, hi. And Karina, and Dawn, and Gail. Thank you, Gail, for becoming a member. That's right. I have you on for, yep, Tammy and Michelle and Anita are moderators. And Gail, you must have signed up for a subscription. Thank you so much. Hello, Gems. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Gemma. I want to call you Kim Basing Girl. I know you're not Kim, but I want to keep calling you Kim. Hi, Megan. Hello, everyone. I'm so glad you're all here. I'm so excited. Hey, glad everyone is here. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We will have a special guest as soon as she comes in. You're on time. You're perfectly on time, Dawn. As soon as she comes in, I will introduce her and we'll get to chatting and having some fun. What are y'all working on tonight? Let me see. Let me see what you're working on. I got the butterflies and all the little butterflies done and glued on the gems that wouldn't stick on. So they are ready to be made into a wind chime. So they're almost done. I got the art dot one done. I want to show ya. Look how pretty that came out. Look at the shine on them babies. Nice. This is from Art Dot, my new affiliate. So I have a sealer kit that I'm testing out on it tomorrow, their own sealing kit. And hello, Anita. Hello, hello. Oh, I know. I really do like the art dot. They're coming up. They're coming up fast too. I have a new fairly new Diamond Art Club kit to unpackage for you sometime soon, and I want to do a what the heck Diamond Art Club type video. I need to do another one of them. I'm telling you. So they'll be up soon. Let's see what other goodies. Right now, I'm working on a whole bunch of trees as keychains. Little like trees. You've not worked on Art Dot yet? They're really cool. Really cool. So these are going to be fancy trees in the seasons. I think there's like, I don't know, like 15 or 16 of them. There's a lot of them in here. I've just started on the 310s on 4 of them so far. I started that a couple hours ago. Miss Gemma, yes. Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting as Temu crazy as you. Do you do the price adjustment to get money back if things go cheaper than what you paid when placing the order? I don't know how to do that. Michelle does that. She told me about that on her channel the other day. Gems Divine, hello, dear. Glad you could be here. I don't know how to do that. Do they just come up like automatically, or do you have to like click something? I'm going to from here on in. You don't know how to do it either? If anybody wants to give us a little tutorial, like where I click on the form, maybe we can. Oh, we have a special guest popping in shortly. I see a background in the green room. She'll be up shortly. Let's see. As soon as Joy comes in, I will. A couple more. I have a couple neat announcements to make sure that we Jessiana, hello, nice to meet you. Click on order, then under the order it will say price adjustment. Oh, cool. Maybe I'll have to to check that out. Michelle says when you go into your order, it has where you click on price adjustment. I will have to go into my order. I don't usually go back into my orders unless there's something wrong with them. So I'm gonna have to go back in. I don't use the app. I use the PC. So is it just on the app or is it on the PC as well? Jessiana, I need you to fill out a Google Doc, and if one of our moderators, our Miss Tammy, can put the Google Doc in the chat for me. There are one or two people. Go into your orders and then you see it. There are one or two people who've been posting up their wonderful beginnings, and I don't yet have everybody's Google Doc. I need that in order to be able to send you any gift that you win, either now in this event, anytime during the year, because every once in a while, just on a Tuesday night, I'll say, hey, oops, Joy jumped out again. I could see her background, but I couldn't see her lovely face. So I'm going to wait for her to pop back in again. You use the website and get the price adjustment. Okay, great. Just select credit option. Cool. Is that okay? Oh, Carrie. Okay, great. Jessiana is Carrie. Gotcha. See, that's my Tammy. She has it all figured out. If I'll have to put your name in with the. Did you put your name in with the Google Doc under weird names? Let's see. Miss Carrie, Miss Carrie, Miss Carrie. Where are you, honey? Oh, I don't. I don't see your thing on here. I must. Are you sure you filled out the Google? Oh, Carrie Ann. Oh, oh, I see it now. Gotcha, gotcha. And then your email's different, and everything's different. So that's okay. Hello, Phoenix. Hello, Momo. I have got to get all this stuff in the row here. Yeah, I know. There are some. It just okay. That's what I thought. Okay, we have 41 signed up so far, and I'm just missing a Shelly. If you are a Shelly, yes, Momo, I got yours. I remembered yours. I remembered yours. Okay, great. That's okay. Tammy's on it. She's got all the names figured out. She's got it all together. Me and my ADD don't have to keep up with it all. I see Joy. Joy, I don't see you. I see your background, love. I want to add you to the stage till you're completely ready. I see your beautiful face on there. The announcement has to do with if you are from the UK or Australia, and this is 9 p.m. at night. So, replay crew, this is for you. I know, Tammy is a good one. Replay crew, this is for you. And oh, if there's no price adjustment to be had, it won't be seen. I'm thinking. I have Sandy's thing. Let me double check. I think I have Sandy's thing. No, maybe I don't. Oh well. I'm letting. Oh, okay. Joy, how are you? I'm gonna put you in. No, I know you can't yet, Tammy. I'm gonna put you in. She's backstage. I'm gonna bring you in and see if we can all talk through it together. Can we hear you? Say something out loud. Let's see if I can hear you. Okay, you're getting feedback because you can you need headphones or something where the volume on your end is very, very, very low. Because when you hear, your mic is going to pick up what you hear as well as what you're saying. And I can't hear your voice. Booger booger. We're going to keep trying. We're going to keep trying. Yeah, I can hear typing. Okay. While we're working through that, I'm going to give you some more time. Hello, Cat and Chaos. I'm going to give you a little bit more time to see if you can work it out. Just relax and deep breath and something. We are working it out for the replay crew so that you can win prizes on a Tuesday night as well. Not tonight, but oh, I can start to hear a voice. For the weeks to come, what we're going to do is in the Facebook group, starting like after the show tonight, tomorrow morning, Tammy will post in the Facebook group an update, like a progress post. So you can put a picture of your progress in the post, and anyone who puts it in the post. This is kind of the way Nix and a couple other people do it. From anywhere in the world where you are, if you put a picture in the weekly progress, then on Tuesday night, we'll cut it off like at, I don't know, an hour or two before live. We'll number them. And then if you put up a progress picture, even if you're anywhere in the world, oh, your laptop should have a fine mic on it. But sometimes it does give feedback. Not sure how to fix it for you. Then when we spin the prize wheel, we may have two different winners. One for anywhere in the world for any of the progress pictures posted during the week. And one just because I have a lot of other stuff to give away. And those you have to be here to win. Just like on any other Tuesday night. I'm not sure how to help you out with that, Joy. Let me see. I can hear you.
I don't know. You got a double voice here.
We don't hear a double voice here in the chat, but you might hear it on your end.
I do.
Because your voice comes back to you because you're it's like on a slight delay, and it'll come back to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Is there
How do I
any
get my
way? But your camera's not working either.
my camera was working earlier.
I can see the background that you chose, which is really cool.
Oh, I didn't choose that. It just came up.
Oh,
Um, yeah.
yeah. Gemma and Zara were saying, "Oh, we really want to be, have everybody involved in the Tuesday night
Okay, so I
giveaway."
can't even understand what you're saying because I'm getting double. I'm
Oh, booger.
getting, yeah. I got ear pods in, but that's not helping. Trying to, let me get my husband. He knows how to do this kind of stuff. Hold
Anita
on.
has an idea on screen. I put it on screen for you. It's in the chat.
If you are on laptop, close out YouTube and Facebook, then close out use and come back to stream by your camera. Okay. Close out YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, close out the YouTube and Facebook. And close out your StreamYard and then come back in. Thank you, Anita. You're good at this. She'll be back. She'll be back. I have every faith that we'll get back. She's got some really cool things to show you guys. Real cool things. Anita, your quilling is going out tomorrow morning. I got all the Facebook, all the packages ready to go. And yours is one of them. They're going in the mail tomorrow morning. That's one of the green screens from Steep. That's what I thought. Yep. I can see her again.
I'm just not showing my face.
Yeah, no.
I wonder, why isn't my camera working?
When you come into StreamYard, hello, Spunky Red. When you come into StreamYard, you should be able to see your face in
No.
the little box.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on here.
Gemma, I didn't notice that. Oh, no. I didn't notice that. Hello, Marla. I will. Oh, my goodness. I have to make sure that's corrected on the Crashly paper. Tammy, do you have the copy of the Crashly paper? You probably don't have the copy of the last one. Let me see. Oh, golly. All right, let me search for Ashley. Where's the last one? Let me see the last one that she got to me. Oh, they are. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Hold on. Just noticed tonight that the names under 2 logos are switched. Gemma's and I'm gonna put West Aussie so she knows. Can we correct that? Oh boy. Okay. I just sent that off to the gal who was making our release papers. And I will send that off to Hubbykins, and by tomorrow, Lord willing, that will be fixed, and I'll have a new one tomorrow at lunchtime. So yeah, that's one of the change. Oh, Gemma. Hey, I make the mistakes so you don't have to. That's what I always say. Oh boy. You know what? It is what it is. Hubby's not able to help you, Joy. Um, the other announcement I was doing is on the Etsy shop. Two other things. On the Etsy shop, I am um, I'm not going to put the DAX and Dreamer Designs up. By September 14th, they're changing their policies and they're going all, um, you know, more homemade and curated. That's a good question. Anita wants to know if you wanted to come through on your phone. I can I messaged you the StreamYard thing, just don't have anything else turned on. And you can get into StreamYard through your phone. Just download the StreamYard app and it's really easy. You can see if you can get in that way. Um, so what was I saying? My train of thought keeps derailing, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for having so much patience with me. I was just saying, oh, okay. So I am going to open up an eBay store that is just for the specialty, the prepackaged diamond art boxes that I am destashing. And there's going to be a lot of them up. Like I said, I have 40 to put up. One of the older ones from Black Friday got sold today, the turtle, but they took an extra $12 out because they did some kind of like Etsy took $12 out for some kind of um I don't know. They do offsite advertising with different places. Somebody must have seen it and picked it up, and so I lost out $12 at the sale because of somebody seeing it. So on one hand, I got a sale, which is great. Second hand, it just it's not quite worth it. So I know it's just driving me nuts. So what I'm going to do is go over to eBay for the Diamond Art Club, Dreamer Design, the stashing stuff. And I have some new products, two new products coming up that are mine and mine alone. And they're going to be coming up on my Etsy shop along with the cover minders and the junk journals and things like that. And probably the group packages of budget diamond paintings. I may have to. Oh my gosh, they charge a lot, Gemma. Uh, so let's see if we can get her on now.
Okay. See, she's not getting me on the camera.
I can hear you.
We're trying.
I know. That's okay. Take your time.
Yeah, I just can't. I don't know why my camera's not working.
I know. That's okay.
Oh, now I hear the feedback.
The camera's working.
Yeah, I just can't. I don't know why my camera's not working. And I'm getting feedback still.
Oh, now I hear the
Yeah.
feedback.
That's because you got this.
No, how do you turn those off?
Off? I thought you wanted them
I
on.
tried them on and it's still feedback in my ears. I'm hearing
Oh,
double
the
talk.
feedback's coming from somebody else, not you.
No, she's the only one with feedback so far. I don't have any.
Yeah.
I can help you.
He,
Because I can't talk.
well,
Oh.
he's trying to talk to me, but he's getting frustrated with me, so I don't want him to yell at me. I don't want him to start yelling.
Tell you what, Joy, you and I can get on the Zoom
I
call.
don't understand the StreamYard. I don't know how it works.
you and I can get on on a Zoom call together, and we'll do
See,
the interview one
I
on
keep
one,
hearing myself talk and then I can't hear you.
and then I can post it.
Huh?
Go
Oh,
into setting your StreamYard,
let me
turn off
get
the
this
green
off.
screen. Maybe.
Okay, I turned it off. Can you hear me still?
I can hear you.
Now I can't hear you.
Oh no.
And he walked away because I wouldn't let him talk. Because he can hear. It's like, don't get frustrated with me because then he can hear.
Hello,
Everybody can hear you.
Marissa. That's okay.
What am I doing wrong?
I don't know.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
It says you still have a green screen up.
And I cannot hear you now.
Oh.
Maybe it's just we have to try this again some other time, I guess.
Yeah, let's if let's try we can do a Zoom interview, and then I'll play it back.
See, I was on Zoom today with another group and my camera was working fine and everything. It's not working
Okay.
here.
So
I don't know.
I'll do a Zoom interview with you at like, I don't know, when you have time the next couple days, and then I'll replay it on a live for everybody.
Yeah, so I just don't understand why this isn't working.
I'm sorry. Well, I do want to show you that Joy sent me. I want to show everybody. Joy sent me some putty, and while everybody can hear you, do you
Okay.
want to give them a
As long as they
little?
can hear me, that's fine. They don't have to see my face.
You
I
do.
didn't put my eyelashes on for you tonight.
Oh, I want to see them. She sent me a French vanilla. Smells
This is how
wonderful,
the
guys.
packages look.
Can you tell everybody what is different about your putty?
My putty works with ABs and regular drills. There's no sticking. There's no stringing. It doesn't leave residue. You don't have to change your pin from one pin to do ABs and one pin to do your regular drills. You can use the same pin on everything, and it lasts. I was using the same fill in my pin for like 3 days without having to change it. So I worked hard on getting it that way. But yeah, I've got nothing but positive reviews on everybody that's used it. I made it for myself basically because I wanted a challenge. I guess you could say I like challenges, and I was just frustrated with all the putties that I had bought from everyone. I mean, they worked up to a point, but then they stopped working. And after like 20 minutes of working with it, then it would not pick up, or it would start leaving residue, losing out. So I decided I would try it myself. And I saw a video on how to make it, the basic, and then I just improved and added other things to it. And I worked on it for a couple of weeks until finally one day I was diamond painting and I went, oh my God, it's working. I can't believe it. It's not sticking. And I did a whole section that had ABs in it. And it was just, I was like laughing at my table when I was diamond painting. And my daughter-in-law was here visiting. And she said, if I were you, she says, I said, I wonder if anybody else would like it. She goes, if I were you, I'd just start sending samples out. So on the Facebook groups that I was on, I was asking people, hey, free sample. And everybody came back and told me how wonderful it was. And orders I've gotten, I hate to talk about myself and sound like I'm bragging, but they just all said, hey, you're the one I'm going to buy from now. And every now and then I get someone who, well, it's doing this, it's doing that, and it's like I try to help them. I think it has to do with their weather or their humidity, and all I can say is, put it in the fridge or take a fingertip full of cornstarch and tap it on the putty. That's kind of like a drying agent for it, and you
Mhm.
can blend it in. And it doesn't have to stay in the same shape that you got it from me. It's your putty. It's just like a diamond paint. You can do whatever you want with it, flatten it out more or whatever. And they usually say that helps and it works. They come back and say, oh my gosh, it's working now. Sometimes the first couple of times you first get it in your pen, it's just like a painter. He has to adjust his brushes or his paint when he first starts, or he has to scratch it out and paint over it again, to get it right. And, that happens with the putty too. Everybody's touch is different. The way they feel is different, and it's hard to help them when you're just messaging back and forth, but they end up getting it. And then they say how much they love it. So I guess I'm doing something right with it. But I have fun making, and I've got great responses every time I think, okay, that's all the orders. I guess I'm done. I get 5 more in one day, and people are hearing about me all over the place, and I'm just not used to that. I get real nervous. And then people on TikTok have been promoting me, so I'm getting orders from people on TikTok, and yeah, it's. I did a video on YouTube, helpful tips. But even since then, I've learned so much about my own putty.
That's
What
cool.
yeah, different things that happen, and how I had to correct it. And so, I've got all these, ways of working with it. But it's just very simple. That's my name. If I'm talking too much, just interrupt me.
Oh, no, no. Uh-uh.
um, it's keeping it simple. I don't make it fancy. I don't put it into shapes. I don't color it. I use the colored. My one base is the tack that you get on Amazon. The pinks and the blues and the whites, and then the rest of the stuff is just drying agents and things. I'm not going to go too much into that, but I try to make the colors match to what the scents are. If it's a flower and it's a pink flower, I try to make the putty pink for the person. Or I do grape, and I do, the picture on the bottle is, blue grape. So I do it with blue putty. I make it thinner than a lot of people. I don't like it when I used to get putty and I'd stick my multi-placer or my tip in it and it wouldn't hit all the way down to break it apart.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I make it thinner. I make it to where you almost don't have any excess to take off of it. And
I
that
would think
way,
that would keep the stringing down too by doing
it
that.
does. Yeah. It doesn't, if I test every batch I make, I have all these extra Amazon paintings and stuff, and I use those as testing boards, and I'll make my batch, and then I'll go over and I'll fill my pen and pick up my ABs and put them on there. And if there's any amount of sticking or residue, then I go, okay, that's not going to work. I don't let it get mailed from here until it's working perfect for me. And that's sometimes the problem when someone says, oh, it's doing this and that. And it's like, God, it wasn't doing that for me. But then our weather is different than the Midwest and, back east. We have humid, but not like the summers that are, around the other parts of the country. Keeping in the fridge is really a good help. But then when it starts warming up, they have it happen again. So cornstarch kind of keeps that down a little bit.
Cornstarch.
Yeah. Then yeah, to make it so when I roll it out thinner than people usually do. So right, so when you stick it down into the putty, it goes all the way through. And when you bring it up, it doesn't string out or get stuck. And if it doesn't do that for me, then it's like, okay, I gotta make it thinner. But I make it the way I've always wanted to have it work, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Cool.
But I just do square. I do a square one, I do a full size, a half size, and a sample size. I offer one free sample to every new customer. And the scent is the bonus part. I'm sending the sample so they can try it and see how it works for them. To me, it's a working putty, I should call it. It's not a fancy one. It's not all these jewels on it or fancy shapes. It's just square and it works. And that's how I send it out. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm showing them your sample. It smells lovely.
And I don't make up names I'm not good at, making the fancy cutesy names. So whatever the bottle is, it's an apple, it's a cinnamon, it's, French toast. That's what the name of the putty is. It's whatever that scent is. And I do take requests. So I've got quite a few scents listed in my featured section of my Facebook group, and I'm always adding more, always. And someone will say, well, gee, do you have this or can you get that? I go, sure. If I can find it, I'll get it. And so I just keep adding and adding and adding. So I'm never out. If I run out of one, I'll reorder it. I don't say, okay, this is a limited issue, and when it's gone, it's gone. No, I have everything all year, and I reorder and make sure I've always got that scent, all of them. So that's where I think I'm a little different than a lot of them out there. I don't post 5 or 6 and say, okay, I got 10 of these and 20 of those, and when that's gone, it's gone, and then you never see that fragrance again.
Yeah.
So so that's where I'm keeping it simple. This is the fragrance, this is what you get. It's a square one. It works. It doesn't stick to your ABs. It works with your regular ones. And I don't make it, maybe I'll add a little glitter once in a while, to it. If it's a flower, I'll put some little glitter on it to make it shine. But that's all I do with it.
Best. Sometimes simple is all you need.
Yeah. So it's Joy's Putty, keeping it simple. And that's what it is.
And I will have, by tomorrow, I promise, I will have all the discount codes for everybody in the Facebook group and in the description box below. Joy's given me you've given me a discount code, right?
Yes.
For the month of August.
Well, for the winners, for anybody who wins it, they're going to get it free, and then the shipping cost. And then for anybody who wants to just order through the month of August, it'll be Joy 10. I think that's what I said, Joy 10. And then the free one is Joy Free. So when they message me, I'll know which one they're getting. Okay. I think that's what I told you.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said the free one. I wouldn't have said the free ones. But I will let you know the names of those who win so that you know who is eligible to get the free one.
Right.
So somebody can't just say, oh, Joy free and get one free.
I gotcha.
You know who's
actually
eligible to get the free one. So I wasn't sure if
I'll give a 10% on Joy 10 for anybody who orders through the month.
Okay, great. If Tammy, did you put up her thing again? Her Facebook page group.
So you don't know how nervous I am sitting here.
Oh, you're fine.
I've never been interviewed for anything before.
Well, we just had to work out the technicalities. That's all.
It's just I'm just kind of in a dream world with all this happening. I've just started this in February.
Really? That's fabulous.
Yeah. And it was just going to be a hobby for me. I made a whole bunch for myself, to play with. And then like my daughter-in-law said, you should send out samples. So that's how I started.
Let me see if, I want to share with the group some other crafts that you do, the pictures that you sent me. And I'll put the picture up and you can tell all about it for everyone, okay?
Uh-huh.
Here's one.
Yeah. That's my, it's Quilt Magic. You can get them on Amazon, or I got some at Hirschner's craft store. It comes on a foam square. It's like hard foam and then a spongy foam on top that's laser etched into the little um, designs of the material. You get all the material in strips, and they give you pattern pieces, paper sheets of pattern pieces that you cut. It's just like sewing. You cut them out and you pin the pattern pieces to the separate material, and then you have a guide sheet that numbers it 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, each material has a number, and you go by the numbers, and you could use a butter knife, but you know, I got the tool, which I used a butter knife most of the time, and you just take the material and you lay it over the one section, and you just push your butter knife down in the slit, and then you push the other side, and then it ends up smoothing out, and that's what makes that quilt look. So
That's
you're
amazing.
just pushing.
I was wondering when you said no sew quilting, I'm like, how do you get the dimension that way? That's really neat.
Yeah, all the little lines there are the laser etched slits that the material gets pushed down into, and then it ends up smoothing itself out as you get it all pushed down, and it ends up looking like a quilt. You can hang it on your wall.
How
And
many
I did
cents do you currently have? Dawn wanted to know.
Oh, sheesh. Oh, I can't even. Oh, I don't know. It's over. Sheesh. Each box is at 6, 12, 12. Maybe over almost 100. I don't know.
Wow.
Or, I've never stopped to count it. And then I keep adding because people request.
Oops, wait a minute. There's your
There's my card.
there's your card.
And then I tape a QR code that we make on sticker sheets here. I tape up and put them on the back of those cards so that it gets into my YouTube. It'll give you the video that I have some simple tips when I started.
Cool.
To show what I do. There's my butterfly. That's my fall one. I hang that up on my wall for fall. That one I made quite a few mistakes, but luckily, from a distance you can't tell. It's like diamond painting. That one was my first one, so I really had a difficult time with that. I had to pull them out and put them back in, but now you can't tell. It came
No,
out.
it's beautiful.
Yeah, it came out beautiful. So I was pretty proud of it at the end. So yeah,
I like,
now I have another.
I like a good forgiving craft.
Yeah, I'm been wanting to make one for my daughter. I ordered one for my daughter, and I haven't gotten to start it yet because I've been busy. That's paper filigree, and that's kind of the same concept. It's a foam board, and it's laser etched, and it comes with a sheet that gives you where all the colors go. I kind of did some different colors, not being able to read what the colors were supposed to be. So, but anyway, it's paper quilling. You have the tools like you do paper quilling. You twist it, you curl it, but you use a glue and you stick them. You put glue into the laser etching, and then you put your paper in it and you follow the lines. That one, until I got about 3/4 done, I finally got the hang of it toward the end. So the bottom of it looks a lot nicer than the top. You have to be careful because you reach over and you bend the paper because it's 3D. It's all stands up. But I do have a video on making that, all the do's and don'ts that I was learning along the way.
Cool. I just gave Anita all my, I'm just sending Anita all my quilling stuff. I've got every craft known to man here, and I've got to get some of them. I've got to say, nope, I'm sticking to just a few of them now because
that's my first and only ever paint by number from when I was a kid. Anyway, they were a lot different than they are now. But my Jackson looked like that when he was a puppy. So my husband found that at Michael's, and he goes, here. And I go, I'm not, when I opened it up, I was like, oh, our phone's ringing. I opened it up and I went, oh my God, this isn't what I'm used to. I hadn't painted by number since I was a little kid on velvet. You know?
Yeah.
But this took me a couple of weeks to get done. And then toward I got to the end, I started realizing, hey, it's my painting too. So I made adjustments and I, added or subtracted or, colored over, things that I made a mistake on, you could paint over. And so I kind of got used to work. I want to do another one if I can find one that I like, but that was challenging. That was a very much challenge. And I looked at videos online to paint by number. And they said, don't worry about going outside the lines. You can always cover it up. And then once I was getting more relaxed with it, I realized, oh, yeah. And I thought when I started, it's never going to look like that. It's never going to look like that picture. And this painting looks exactly like the picture that came with the box. So it ended up being okay.
Now, I heard somebody say that to do a paint by number, sometimes you need something to make the paint more viscous, more fluid. Did you ever run into that? Anything that?
Yeah, this is like the only one I ever did, and some of the colors were like rubber when I opened them, and I did all the things that I read about, and it did not change. I had to go to the store and buy new oil and try to match it up to the colors I needed.
Okay.
But see, nobody would ever know that if I used a lighter shade that it wasn't supposed to be that way anyway.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, there were about 4 of them. I had to go find new oil because it just, I don't know how long the painting had sat in the store or how long it had been before it got to the store. But I ended up working through it. I managed. My latch hook.
Oh. I love them.
I hadn't done latch hook since elementary school.
Oh.
And so that's Jackson also. He's our one of our lab golden retrievers we have. We have, and then I did embroidery. I hadn't done embroidery since my 20s or so. And so that was a kit. I still have a couple other kits I haven't gotten to, but yeah, that had a lot of bad words in it too.
Hey, it's not a good craft unless you yell at it at the same time you're doing it.
Yeah. But after I got done, it looked all right. I had to get on the internet several times and say, oh, how do I do this stitch? And I forgot how to do that stitch. But it ended up being okay.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
So,
are you going to use it as a wall hanging? Are you going to make it into a pillow? What are you going to do with it?
I don't know. I think I'm just right now it's just sitting on my spare room's dresser against the wall, sitting up. I haven't figured out what I want to do with it yet. I have others that I have to do, but I got, and I bought this. Oh, let's see. I don't have the camera going. I bought this other thing. It's called felt flower bouquet. And it's all these felt pieces that you have to cut out and you put it together with pins, but you have to do some sewing in it too, which I'm going, I don't know, but it comes out like a real pretty bouquet. I didn't take a picture of that because I haven't done it yet, but that's sitting and waiting. Just like you get stuff that you see when you're shopping, you go, oh, I want to try that. And then you never, get to it. So it's sitting up on my shelf staring at me. So one day, it took me 2 years to do that paint by number. I was so intimidated by it.
Well, it's kind of nice. It's kind of neat though to switch off and on between different crafts. Like when you get frustrated with one, you always have another thing to go back to. That you always have something that you can just enjoy for the joy of getting lost in something.
Right. Well, my diamond paintings, I have 2 or 3 that I work on. I hang them up in the closet for a while and I work on another one. And right now I'm doing a rhinestone goddess creations, one called Rainy Day. Almost done with it. I've been working on that since February. Usually I was doing a painting one after the other. Take me 2 to 3 weeks to get one done. Then I'd start another one. But then I started doing the putty and that takes up a lot of my time during the day now, doing the putty. And the orders. Some orders are 6 or 7 different scents, and they want 3 full and 7 halves, and you know, it takes a while to get them done. But it keeps me busy, I'll tell you. I don't get into trouble. I never used to get in trouble anyway. But
I know.
yeah, but I love. I didn't really start crafting until I retired when we moved out here. It was like
Really?
18 years ago because I was always working, and we had our kids around and stuff, so we were always busy. So when I retired, it was like, isn't that when everybody starts crafting though?
I've been crafting since I was like 2, so I don't know.
Yeah, my parents were always working, and so my mom didn't do any crafts. Now my grandparents did. Everybody lived in Chicago. I was the only one born in California, so I didn't know my relatives and my grandparents, and so I didn't get to learn, you know. And I remember one vision I have, one memory of a grandma being, and I was in the kitchen watching her make something. She was cooking, and I was standing by the kitchen table watching her roll the dough. And that's the only memory I have. Yeah. She
Oh,
came and visited us for like a week, but I was like 6 or 7 at the time, so I don't really remember her visit. But yeah, we never had relatives around us because we were the only ones that lived on the West Coast. But yeah, so when I retired, I decided, I used to do flower arranging when we lived in California.
my mom
Uh,
loves that.
and I did silk arranging, and I did it for people. I'd go to their house and see their colors, and they tell me what they want, and I'd go and get all the flowers. And I like the silk flower arranging because you couldn't break them. You could pull them and bend them, and they wouldn't break.
I
That's
used to, for our wedding, I had to have, I wanted my mom to make a silk bouquet as well as the fresh bouquet. And so that I could carry them both down so that when I saved one out, it didn't look all shriveled up and yucky when I put it in my china cabinet.
yeah,
So after 39 years, it still looks good.
cool. Yeah. So yeah, I moved out here to Washington, and it's not a thing here where we live anyway in this little town. Um, I was working for the school district in California where I retired, and and then I took a actual flower arranging class like 2 or 3 times in a row. So I'd bring in the flowers and set them on my desk, and people, oh, those are pretty. So then the next morning I'd take the vase and I'd take it to their desk and surprise them with it, you know. Um,
Aw.
but I thought, well, I could do this out of silk flowers, and it'll be easier. So then I started making those and then putting them on my desk, and people go, God, can you make me one of those? But I want this color and this color. And I go, yeah, sure, you know. And I, sell it for just the price that it cost me to buy the supplies. And that's basically what I'm doing for the putty. It's not an income for me. I want it to be economical. I want it to be easy for people to get. And so I'm charging just so I can keep replenishing my supplies.
As long
And
as you're getting enough for postage and you're not, losing money on it.
no, I'm giving it free shipping as long as it's a $18 or $15 or more purchase. I can do free shipping. So, I just raised my prices, my one price, a little bit, the 1st of August. Instead of, I had to raise it like $3 for free shipping, and then I had to add a couple of cents to my half sizes. But yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, I offer free shipping, minimum purchase. So, but the pricing is, $6 for a full and $3.50 for a half.
That's awesome.
It's doable, I mean, it doesn't break anybody, and they can get a product that works for them. So, that's all I care about.
That is so
I'm-
cool. Somebody
I've just
asked,
always been that way.
somebody asked, how does it do in a hot, dry climate?
Well, if it's not humid, it's going to be okay. It's the humidity that I hear that, makes it real soft and sticky. But with those little tips I gave, they seem to be able to, work through it. But we have our 90-degree summers here for a week at a time. We don't get the big heat, hot weather like, all the rest of the country. And I noticed that mine was in those days, that week that we had the 90 degrees, it was a little softer than, and I had to adjust for it. But I don't think, if you keep it in the package and you keep it out of the direct sunlight or whatever, I think it's going to be okay. I can't say I don't live in those type of states, where it gets really humid. But I just know that, cornstarch is one of the drying agents. So, and then there's some other things I do with it.
You don't give away your secrets.
No, I won't. I won't. I mean, the cornstarch, you can go on the internet and see somebody making it and they tell you how to do it. That was how I got the base of it, but it still didn't work the way it didn't work. It's and then I don't put them in containers. I try to save money. I don't want to spend a lot of money making it. I want to be able to give it to everybody for the small price, that I pay. So it's like I don't do fancy putty, don't do fancy containers. That's I just keep it simple. But I'm proud of it. I mean, I'm always smiling, when I'm doing my own paintings. I go, I just can't believe that everybody likes it. It's like never hit on anything before. I've always wanted to do something that's good for everybody, and never found the right thing. But this worked out, and I really appreciate everybody who's ordered from me. I'm so grateful. I mean, when I come down to the end of my orders, it's like, okay, God, if this is all you wanted me to do, if this is my time to have done it, then I appreciate everything you've done for me. And if you don't want me to do anymore, then, I'll understand and I'll just be thankful. And then the next day I get 5 orders in one day. And then the next day I'll get 2 more. And I said, if you just keep me up enough where I don't get so behind, I'll be fine. And so I get down to my last 2, and then I get messages for 3 more. So it's, he gives me an easy pace, and I'm constantly thanking him for gracing me with this. And
I thank you for mentioning your faith. I really do. I really appreciate that.
I just, believe in him so
I'm an
much.
ordained pastor. I have been for.
I know. I read about. Yeah. That's cool.
And after having mental breakdown of sorts in 2020, we're all about mental health here too. So, there's something that comes down through my family, and unfortunately, it just seems to be what happens. But anyway, I've just come out of it this past year. Even though I've had a YouTube channel since 2019, I feel better now than I have in a long, long time. So, and I definitely, I relate that back to getting back to prayer practices and those kind of things. So, not to alienate anybody in the chat, but it does, it does make life so much more doable.
Yeah.
And of course, prayer is much more than just talking to God. It's learning to listen as well. So
that's yeah. Well, we all kind of fall down on that a lot. That's what forgiveness is for. But yeah, I just leave it to him, and as long as he keeps giving me the orders, then, I thank him every day, and I thank my customers. I always tell them how much I appreciate them. And, if it weren't, I thank you for your support. And I mean, I always thank them, and and I do my orders on Messenger. I don't have, you know, a website or an Etsy page, and I mean that costs money. And messaging is very personal, though, and you get to know your customers. We get into side talk about our animals, about where we live, you know, just things, and it makes me feel like, you know, we know each other, and I like that. I like the
Me too.
personal. I mean, I tell people, if you want to call me on Facebook Messenger, you can do that too. I'd love to talk to you on the phone. It's easier for me on the phone anyway than sitting there trying to type all the answers. And, you know, they ask me a question, and then I have to back up and retype. And I'd rather
Yeah,
talk to them on the phone, actually. A couple of them do. They'll call me, but, you know, it doesn't bother me. You know, it's just a personal touch that I like. So that's the way I do it. And then it's like my file system too, because I can go back to any of the messages from any of them on Messenger. You just type their name in and their messages come up, and I can see what they did, or, you know, what they ordered. So
good idea.
it's, yeah, it keeps everything in mind for me.
I enjoy
I've had to,
the ways to cut down the cost of Etsy and all the other things that it just keeps, like I was telling them today. I just sold one, but they took an extra $12 out of the cost of it uh, from selling a diamond painting, and because they advertised it off, you know, off site. And yeah, it's great that I got a sale from that, but it's an extra $12 they took off. I can't afford to keep doing that.
yeah,
I can't
yeah,
afford a Spotify page. I don't sell that much. So I'm going to get an eBay store, but that's $5 a month. I don't know that I sell $5 a month right now.
yeah.
So I'm not sure, you know, maybe I have to pull back, and I'm not sure how to work that out. I'll have to give that some thought and prayer, but it's costing me a lot right now between the Etsy, between starting up the other YouTube channel, the faith-based YouTube channel, and well, it's spirit and prayer is what it is. Creative prayer and um, intimacy with God is what that is, and it's learning how to listen, basically.
Yeah.
Stacy wanted to first let you know that she was there, and why don't you see Joy? Well, we're having trouble with Joy's camera, and I think Joy and I are going to have a conversation on Zoom, and I will record it so that everybody gets to see her lovely face.
Yeah.
I don't, talking to a brick wall is not exciting for anyone, but I
Well,
love
I see you.
talking
So.
to you. It's so awesome. And I know they're enjoying hearing from you, because they're putting a lot of comments about their
Oh,
sewing
really?
machines and whether they were crafting since they were a kid or not. We have a lot of comments going on in the comment section about what
Oh,
they were
good.
doing, and
I'll
they
have to
love.
look at the replay.
Yeah, they if you can see the chat going on, it's really great. They're really interacting well with what you're saying and what you're bringing
Oh,
up. So I know
good.
they're hearing you,
Oh,
and
good.
I just wish they could see you too.
Yeah, my
Um,
husband said the camera was working. I just don't know why it's not coming through
yeah, I don't know either. And
there.
I know there's, if you go into the bottom, there's usually, or like there's a little, I don't know, maybe you have to do it before you come in, but there's usually a thing where you can click on the camera, and then it'll get, or settings. If you click on settings, I don't know if you have that little flower somewhere. Sometimes you can go into the yeah, she's on a laptop now.
You know, there's a Zoom event going on, a diamond painting Zoom event by Yvonne Burgess. Um,
Oh, you'll have to send me a link to that.
yeah. And everything works fine on that. My camera shows, and you know, that's right now the event's going until Sunday. I think it started Monday,
Okay.
and so it's open 24 hours. She has it open, and you can get on anytime you want. And, you know, I've met a few people on there that have been really nice, and we've talked and shared, and we're all diamond painting. And I've got a couple orders from them now too, because, they'd heard of me. So,
That's what I want to do on here as part of our membership, a subscriber, like reward, that kind of thing. Have at least once a week that we have a face-to-face Zoom, a couple hours on Zoom, just in an afternoon, or if we can find a good time to do that. I'm
Well,
going
I
to
guess
open up the Zoom room for that.
yeah, I guess she also has an every Monday night one or a Monday one, because a lot of these girls knew each other. And I go, well, how do you all know each other? You're all scattered across the country. And they go, well, there's a Monday night Zoom that she opens up for everybody. And they just get on there and, talk. And I mean, I learned some stuff on how to do a background, get my pictures from my cell phone onto a background on my face,
Yes.
my little
Yeah.
square.
Yep.
And, they were helping me with that. And, we talk about our health issues and, I mean, everything and anything. Yvonne was talking to me about, dogs the first night I got on. We both have dogs and how much we love dogs. And we talked forever about dogs. We got 3 dogs and she's got a couple. And, I mean, it's been a lot of fun. And because she has it open 24 hours for, I think it's going on for 4 days. Whenever you decide to get on, if there's someone on there, you just start talking to them, and it's a lot of fun. So then my camera worked fine for that. I like the Zoom. This is the first time I've been involved in one.
The StreamYard is fun because I can click on the comments. I have started doing a Prism and being able to show what I'm doing at the same time without having a big subscription, because Prism is free, but there's a lot of learning curve, and just like the editing software that I use for the video. So it was a big learning curve, and I'm always learning something new. So it'll keep the cobwebs out of my brain anyway. So I keep trying to do that. But yeah, what is a co-op? And that sounds really fun. What is that all about?
What are you talking about?
Stacy Travis said something.
Oh, yeah, she's in a co-op now. Yeah.
What is that?
Stacy Travis, Lady Lathe and Customs by
Lady
Design
Lathe.
co-op.
Yeah.
I've got 1 million pins from her. I've been ordering from her for the last 3 years now. So, yeah, she's a sweetheart. Yeah, she's got a co-op now.
Well, hey, we're looking for a pen sponsor for our January event.
Oh, she does it. Yeah, she does a lot of events. She sponsors quite a few. A lot of the ones she's in, I never even heard about. But then a lot of people haven't heard about you either. I mentioned you. I'm going to be, a guest. And they go, who? There's so many out there. I mean, I because I started my putty though, I never knew about some of these people. And that's been a gift to me of making new friends.
Stacy, I have the homemade things on my thing. I have cover minders. I have junk journals, little things like that. And there are 2 brand new products that, one, my husband started looking at everybody's things that they do, and the 3D printing. And he's got he's got like 3 3D printers that he keeps getting on these beta testing. They send him one free, and he has to play with it. My grandson got a hold of the last one, and he's been 3D printing everything for his bedroom. And I said, "Hun, do you think you can do this? Can you do that?" So it's different from what I've seen out there so far. So it's not. I don't want to step on anybody else's toes. And something else that I'm creating is different than what I've seen out there too. So that should be up. I should be getting that set up within the next week or 2. Hopefully by the end of August, I'll have some to start testing by the end of August. So, but yeah, I'm just getting really sick of Etsy, and I don't know how to do pirate shipping. And I
do that for all my.
Oh, do you? You'll have to teach me how to do that. I don't know how to do pirate.
It's easy. It's easy.
And I'm getting like eaten. I'm getting eaten up.
I mean, I was using pirate shipping before I even got into this business. I mean, I was using it for my family and and stuff because you get a pretty good discount with them. They have a contract with the post office, so they can charge, $1 something less or whatever. And, it works out pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah. You just, anybody can use it. You don't have to be a business.
Stacy, put your page, put your Lady Lathe Customs page in the chat.
Is Stacy on there?
Yeah, Stacy's on.
Oh, hi, Stacy. Too bad you can't see me.
was
Well, see, I put the advertisement on my Facebook page today, too.
Okay.
And I told everybody, hey, come and chat, and then they can't even see me after all.
A good night, Gail. Have a good night, hon. It's so easy, Nanner says. See, you guys are so into it. Like, I've been doing this since 2019, and I'm like, I guess I haven't been putting 120% into anything because I have like 8 things I do at the same time. So, yes, I have a printer, but it's an inkjet. It's not a laser printer. Is it a special printer you need? Phoenix asked. Phoenix, do you have to have a special printer?
No.
Cool.
To print it on your own paper, or I buy those sticky shipping labels that come 2 on a sheet, and I put those in the printer, and that way I just pull them off and I can cut them down and just stick them on. I tried doing it with the clear tape and stuff, and it's a pain in the butt to try to tape them on. So we just buy the sticky sheets.
Oh, Gail, I didn't even see. Gail, can you stick around for I didn't even see what time it is. It's 10 after 10, and I usually do the thing.
You need your own printer.
Okay. Yeah. I was going to do the giveaway real quick before, unless Gail left.
Yeah, the time's flown by.
See, I told you, it's just like friends chatting. It's no big deal.
I just wished everybody could see me. Well, no, I don't. I do
too, especially with your lashes.
I know I put some lashes on tonight.
Could you text me the Facebook group? Because I can't, for some reason on StreamYard, I cannot cut and paste. So I can't click on that to click out of here to open up the page to go into it later. So if somebody could text that to me, and I'll try to get on and find the Zoom thing.
Oh, and, I'll
co-op and all that stuff. You guys could.
I'll send
my
you that
email
Zoom
is Wanda's Workbasket. No apostrophes, just all one word squished together. Wanda's Workbasket @gmail.com. And feel free to email me anything, and we'll get it up and going. What word should we use for the giveaway? Every week we are giving away a fun diamond painting sticker from Art and Soul Diamonds, and they have one of the grand prize giveaways at the end. We're giving away a Nixie's Notion tray that says "My Favorite Things" on the side, 2024 on the back, and Nixie's Notions on the other side. And this is her new Forest Sprite color. And I love it. I'm using mine. She sent me one too. And I didn't want to presume, Joy, that you were sending, a free one to every Tuesday night winners. I had you in with the grand prize.
Oh, I was going to do Tuesday night winners.
That's fine. I will make sure that you get you'll have the names of whoever wins on Tuesday night as well. And I'll get you the address or something. That's if the color lasts. Yeah, they're running through. But you know what? She sent me enough of them, so I already have the color. So you guys, if you win on a night that you're here. Okay, so why don't we put the word putty as the giveaway word. PUTTY. Pound putty. And I will share that screen. StreamYard giveaway tool. Here we go. Pound putty. All right. Julie, it's been so awesome having you here tonight.
Oh, thank you. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed your company. I just wished it would have worked out better. There's something I probably wasn't doing or clicking on, or I've never done. StreamYard is something I don't know about, so I must have missed something on it.
That's
You know.
okay. We'll get it together. We will get it together. Oh my goodness, I have some.
And thank you
Facebook.
everyone for joining.
Yeah, I'll get you in there, Nanner. I'll approve you as soon as I get through with everything. I have a couple other things to answer when I get back there. Gail, are you still here, honey? I think she went back in. Let's see. Why don't I put my name in for pound putty for Gail? So I'm not in winning because I have mine. So if I put that, if I add that to the list, if I win, it goes to Gail because she's been here. She was here all night. Does everybody think that's fair? If you don't, I'm sorry. That's what I just did.
Love it.
Audio processing disorder. I have to find a transcript after live to help me out. Yes, Monkey, there is a way to get the transcript of the dinging you hear is Tammy texting me on my phone. you can
Thank you to Tammy for
private
getting
message
me in touch with you.
Yeah, she can't private message me because when I'm on StreamYard, I can't see the private messages on YouTube. So, okay, I'm glad you think it's fair. Did everybody have a pound putty in? Everybody have a pound putty in? 20 entries. We have 24 in chat and minus the 2 or 3 of us. Okay, there's some people here. They're not. Yes, if you, to be sure that you have in your Google Doc in. I cannot send you a prize if you don't have your Google Doc in. Now, Tammy will put up the link again for Google Doc, the Google Doc you need to fill out. It gives all the rules of the game and that kind of thing. So if you win tonight and haven't done the Google Doc, you either have to fill it out tonight or so that I can mail it to you. And that'll be so much fun. Everybody get their pound putty in. Are we ready? Are we ready for the oh, come on. What am I thinking of? My train of thought derailed yet again. Oh, I just love ADD.
Oh, it happens to me all the time.
Drum roll, please. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Who's gonna win tonight?
Oh,
Jessiana Charles. All right, and you told me your name was something else earlier in chat, so here we go. Well, they will. I know you gotta. This is the first time in tonight, so we're gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, and all the rules of the game are not just the Google Doc. You have to be subscribed to all 3 of our YouTube channels, Jazara's, to Gemma's, and hopefully to all our sponsors too. Yeah, Carrie. Yep, Carrie. And if you're from the US, I send you the tray. If you're from the UK, Gemma sends you something, or if you're from Australia, then Zara will send you something. And next week, like I said, if you post up a picture every week in the progress report, we'll number them and then we'll do a number spin next week. That way you can win even if you're not here. And I'll do 2 prizes, one in-person prize and one from the progress reports, each Tuesday night during the event. So, and make sure you have a beginning post. Yep. Okay. The YouTube subscriber things are going in there. If you look in the description box for this live and for the last couple lives and the beginning, there you go. Congratulations, Carrie. You won. You won the putty and the tray as long as I have your Google Doc. So, and that you're all, I think we determined that you did have a Google Doc because that's how I found you the last time, right? Let me see. I know you did because there you are, Carrie Ann. There you are. So I will send you all the goodies. Congrats. The Google form is not going to close until the end of the event. Actually, I'm going to have the Google Doc open all the time because people join all year long, and because we have an event in January too. My brain, I must need more caffeine. My brain is like my mouth and my brain are not communicating. Thank you for my wonderful mods who are working it out. Their fingers are flying right now.
Mhm.
We want to make sure, since this is a worldwide contest, we want to make sure everybody has an equal opportunity at winning the Tuesday night prizes. And I thank Gemma and Zara for calling my attention to that. And by the way, Gemma and Zara, I believe I have enough trays so that you are getting one too.
Mhm.
I can't do this without my buddies, so I'm going to make sure they get one. Anyway, you're welcome to stay with us, Joy, as long as you want. Anybody have any more questions for Joy? I think when they were talking about quilting and sewing, have you ever sewn anything? Did you do clothing or quilts with the sewing machine?
I didn't do sewing quilts, but I used to sew. Back when my daughter was a little, I used to make a lot of her clothes. That was back in, she's 50 now, so it was quite many years ago. Yeah, I used to sew a lot when I was younger. My mom bought me a sewing machine, a Kenmore sewing machine, and that was when home ec was still going around in school.
Hey, that was my first degree in home ec teacher.
Home ec and home economics and cooking class. So first semester was sewing and second semester was cooking. I wish they'd still do all that.
My bachelor's degree is in fashion merchandising and clothing textile science. So I wanted to be
Oh,
fashion
cool.
merchandiser. And
Yeah,
I sewed wedding gowns and I did
kinda
dress
read-
making for quite a while when my kids were little.
Yeah.
And then it just got
I
too
read-
stressful. So I became a pastor instead.
Well,
Now I marry them off in a different way.
that's right. That's right.
And actually, I like doing funerals better than weddings. And for the same reason, I didn't like weddings when I was making the wedding dresses.
Oh gosh. I bet you. Oh, the bride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bride and they change weight.
And the mother.
Or lose weight. Oh, people,
Yeah.
it's like they're stressed out. You have to get things perfect, or even as a pastor, it's like herding cats. It's like absolutely herding cats. And you just can't, you're like a sideline. Yeah, we have to have you. So, we're listening to you, but it's our
Right.
wedding. We're doing it our way. No, I'm sorry. If
Right.
you're doing it in my church, there are some things you have to go through. But most of them are fine. That's okay, Anita. Be making a salad. That's cool. So, yeah, I love being part of people's special events, and
Uh-huh.
being there in a funeral. You're really there at a time when they need you. You're there
Right.
at a time where you can be a comfort and help them
What's that?
relive some wonderful memories,
Got my
hopefully, of
dogs
their
in here.
loved one. That's all right. It's okay. We love animals here, so it's not a
They
big deal.
the two boys they tease each other.
They play.
Oh yeah, one's got the ball in front of him, and the other one's barking because he wants the ball, but he won't go and get the ball. The other one's got it between his paws, like. Yeah.
I had two beagles that were brothers, and they used to sit on my feet, and I used to call them my beagle suckers.
Hey, 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 hey,
They would
hey,
fight all day long.
hey, 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 hey. Yeah, they don't mean anything. They just growl. One's
Yeah,
got it in
they're
his
just
mouth
playing.
now, and the other one's trying to get it out of his mouth.
They're just playing.
But they always
Anybody
come
else
down
have
here when I'm here.
any questions for Joy? Anybody else have any questions for anybody? Thank you
I've
for posting the
answered.
Google Doc, Miss Tammy. I am going to write down Carrie's name before I forget it. Anybody else want to have a second giveaway? Oh, I'm like killing myself with postage here. If anybody wants to support the channel with anything to help with postage, that's where all the extra funds go. The few that we have. There is a membership. You can under in YouTube. You can click the join link. There are two different memberships. We're going to start a Zoom room soon. I promise. For those with the higher tier, but hey, if you want a birthday present every year or happy birthdays, you know what? I never announced the August birthdays, did I? Last week, August birthdays. It's not in this one. I'll have to do it next week. You have to ask. Of course. What do you want? Let's see. What do I have? And I'm usually pretty nice to our sponsors too. So you may find something in the mail too. Just coming your way. I don't know what it is yet, but you can probably find something in your mailbox. How about I have?
Look at that.
There you
Look
are.
at that. I've been playing around while you're talking.
What did you do, love?
Oh my gosh. I looked in the settings and I started clicking on stuff.
You hit the right
Hi,
button.
everybody. Yeah, now everybody's gone.
They'll catch it.
Oh, how funny. How funny.
I'm placing fiddly bits on a special drill diamond painting. Good, Spunky. Of course we want another giveaway. Of course. How about a
Oh,
diamond
gosh.
painting? A round medium diamond painting of tulips. Anybody want to win a diamond painting? A round medium diamond painting of tulips. I happen to have
I'm
that.
just going to laugh.
You'll get some other goodies here too. Whatever I can find in my goodie box that I haven't gotten rid of yet. I have lots of things. Of course, you'll get a one of my spare drill diamond painting pens as I dump them out everywhere. You get to pick blue, green, or pink. Now you see, Joy. I want it.
Yeah,
I
it's
want
like,
it. I
oh
love
gosh,
that.
this is so funny. I mean, I was just clicking buttons.
I love it. Now you got all your StreamYard set up and you're cool. Okay.
How funny.
All right. If you are up for the tulip diamond painting, it is like I said, it's a round and it looks like a 30-40. It is from a budget company that I don't know what it is yet. And I didn't, Everyday E-Deals, I think it was. So I will send that out.
Ooh, I
So
live in
let's
that house.
do, yeah, green screens can be crazy.
Ooh, that's a nice house.
Clicking buttons is how I figure stuff out too.
Yeah, you've been talking. I'm just sitting here doing this.
Of course. Let me see. Let me go back to there and put in, how about the word pound tulip? TULIP. And I will share my screen so you can see what I put in here. Share the screen, giveaway tool, share. Come back and put us on there. Tulips are your favorite flower. Oh, awesome. Then I'm glad I had it sitting here. I do want to encourage anybody who wants to be part of a brand new up and coming spirituality channel to, I want to encourage you to click on over to Drawing Nearer 2022. The link is in there everywhere. It's in the chat up further. I need 50 people before I can start going live on that channel. And I love going live more than I do now, making videos, because I have been quiet putting my videos up lately, and I have tons more to do. They're all in the can. So I just have to get my tushy in the chair and get what night? I have no idea, Gems. I have no idea. I haven't gotten that far yet. I will be doing on the other channel. Thank you, Tammy girl. On the other channel, 2023. Thank you, Drawing Near 2023. I am trying to make that work and to go live on that. I am going to be doing a once a week creative prayer exercise, like for an hour and a half, once a week on there. It's going to be the same day, same time, every week, and getting a group together. So, and I do spiritual direction, one-on-one spiritual direction, and small group spiritual direction. We do a Bible study over there right now. We're studying the books of the Apocrypha, and with 3 people from Australia. So, and that's on a Friday morning, if you're in the U.S. Saturday morning if you're in the U.S., Saturday evening if you're in Australia. So that's fun. Okay, are we ready for the drum roll, please? Let me get back over here. And here we go. Who's going to win the tulips today? Gems Divine! Congratulations! As long as I have your Google form, we're cool. Let me be sure. Now I can see your beautiful living. No, is that the?
No, that's not my living room. I was trying to just get my normal room, but for some reason, I'm just learning all this. So
none.
Okay, settings.
Settings.
Oh, none. I don't know where none is.
Or blank, or it's just blank. It's just like a plain. Okay, so Carrie got the tray. And Gems Divine got the tulips. And whatever other goodies. Okay, Gems, do you like pink, blue, or green? If you want purple, you'll have to wait another week till I get them done. Tammy, you just got in here. Tammy girl. Like I said, you gotta put a reminder on your phone. You like pink. Gems wants pink. One of the pink ones is yours, honey. I'll put it right with us. You got it. You got it. You got it. All right. Let me double check the list. And there's Gem's Divine.
Oh, there we go. Okay,
Maria.
there's my room. I got
Maria.
plant behind me there.
Oh, cool. Cool. I think
It's good that you can't see the rest of it. It's just a big mess. But I know where everything is.
exactly. There's a reason I have a screen behind me.
I didn't have one. But but anyway, it's a good thing you can only see the plant. And I have
I've learned a trick with the cameras. If you
here's all
have
my paintings on my wall. In this room anyway. God, I can't go all the way around here. That's just the ones that I began with.
Nice.
And they're all over my living room, my bedroom, my basement.
I've learned a trick with the lighting. If you have the light in front of you, like showing to your face and not behind you, your big window. Your big window.
My big window.
Like,
Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay. And my blinds are shut too.
That may have been part of the problem with the backlight with the camera.
No, I checked into the settings and I just started clicking buttons there, and then what's this one? And then my face showed up.
Well, you're fine. You're absolutely fine.
I said, too bad everybody's gone already, but that's okay.
No, we still have 18 of the 24 that we had.
Okay.
And we have a big replay crew. Even if we have a small amount in the actual chat, we usually get 50 to 60 that watch completely. If you wouldn't mind clicking the thumbs up button in your YouTube settings, please do so. That does help. And even especially if you're in the replay crew, that does help. Put a comment down below. What other crafts do you do? Anything that we discussed tonight? Do you use putty? Have you ever used putty before? We'd love to know. Have you ordered from Joy before? And yeah, those kind of things, please put them in the comments, especially if you're part of the replay crew. Next week, I hope to have Crashly on and introduce our release papers for.
Oh, I've bought some from her before. They're pretty.
Yeah. I'm hoping and praying she hasn't made them up yet, because now we have to switch the names on two of the meatballs. I don't know how I got that wrong. I don't know how.
It happens.
So I'm glad Gemma laughed about it. But as long as you're subscribed to both channels, you still got the right people. So we're good. But we're going to make sure that we get that fixed before we print out our release papers. And I will go ahead and put in the description box and in the Facebook channel all the codes for all our sponsors who are giving a discount code if you'd like to order during the month of August, especially if you're not one of the lucky ones to win one of the prizes. And I use quake-proof putty and glue dots. Oh, the museum putty, the quake-proof, the white gooey stuff, and glue dots. I can't get them to work right.
I know. I used glue dots for a long time, and I always was aggravated with them.
Yeah, they pop out all the time.
Oh, they string on the ABs too. They pop out on the ABs.
And even if I rub it on myself or get it a little dirty, and then it only lasts for 3 or 4 pickups, and I'm like, what's the use? I cannot use scented stuff, so it limits me.
I can make it unscented
from quite a bit of buying people's products. Well, if there's always the option of asking for an unscented. A lot of times when you order things from people, you just have to ask. You just have to let them know that you have sensitivities, and they'll be glad to
what
remove it.
From she spelled pit.
What? I don't know.
It says, please use Joy 10 for a month of August
when
ordering pit.
Putty. Putty. Yeah, same stuff I use to hold my crystals down so that my cats don't freak and knock them all down. I love it. I love it.
That's cute.
Thank you for your patience and forgiveness, everybody. Figured out how to put glue dots in where they don't pop out all the time. Well, you're gonna have to share the secret. And of course, if anybody has a YouTube channel or they are a designer, an artist, whatever you want to do, if you want to come up on and be a guest after August, anytime from September on a Tuesday night, or we'll do a special Saturday one, or we'll do a Zoom interview, and I'll put you on. I'll stop and comment on it every once in a while and put you on live here. Just ask. Just tell me when you're here, and I'll put you up. And because I love having guests. But the problem,
I wouldn't mind coming back again now that I know how to get my
Please
face
do.
on there.
Please do. Anytime you're hanging out, and you just say, hey, I'm here. I wouldn't mind coming up. I will message you the code, and you'll be right in. It's personal fragrance too. Oh, you know what? I have the same trouble, Spunky, with perfumes and things. I'm sitting next to somebody in a bus or a train, or my husband in a meeting. He says he can't stand. He gets an instant headache when roses, the rose perfume, instant.
And it depends on the person's chemistry too.
Yes, he'll get a major migraine. I love the floral scents. It don't bother me, but I have to have citrus and vanilla and plain ones around because my husband's he just can't take them. He just can't take them.
I have a customer that just orders unscented all the time because he can't smell. He lost his smelling when he's a kid.
There's some people with their jobs, they lose their sense of smell. Yeah. That often means they lose their sense of taste too, unfortunately.
That's what he said. Yeah. That's what he said. And he's like in his 40s now.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yep. So we, I know. Can you imagine not being able to taste food? That would be like the worst. That would be the absolute worst thing. I'm a food person.
Me too.
I'm not a foodie.
It's not that I love it so much. It loves me. That's the problem. Food loves me.
I'm a sweet and starch person, and I love sours too. I love grapefruit and tart, not sour, tart. I like tart as well. So how is everybody doing yet tonight? I'm so delighted that you are all here. I'm so delighted with my replay crew and the comments that they leave. It's so awesome to have Joy with us. And I just want to let you know that, I wanted to show you. I wanted to show everybody. I got my Art and Soul diamond that I ordered from, it's a Hannah Lynn Groovy Girl. I'm going to come out.
Cool.
Hannah Lynn Groovy Girl. I don't know if you win the grand prize and you choose the Art and Soul diamond painting, you can order whatever from her site and they'll send it to you. But I ordered that ahead of time because I wanted to do it for this event, and I'm knitting an Afghan instead, so who knew?
You're funny.
I love Groovy Girl. It's my ADD. I have to, keep switching things up.
Well, I have to do that on paintings because I get tired of the same color over and over, and then I do another. I have like 3 going, and then it's like, oh, I'm tired of this one, and then you come back to it, and it's like fresh again a little bit,
Yeah, I agree. I have a big Josephine wall that I'm in the middle of doing, and I had to put it away for a while and do some small things in between because I just can't keep it's major confetti. I love confetti, as you can probably see behind me. I love confetti, but sometimes it just gets to be too much.
That's like this one I'm doing now. Well, I've been working on it since February. I'm done like in 2.5 months on a painting, but anyway, this one's got all the flowers in it, and there's one or two ABs, and then there's one or two shimmer, and then there's one or two of this color, because it's all the shading in the flowers and the petals and everything. It's like, that's why it's taking me so long with it. But it's almost done. I'm on my last row. So
Love it.
I'll
Now,
show
do you
everybody when I'm done
Row
with it.
one row at a time, all the way across, or do you?
Yeah,
do-
what I do is I leave the cellophane on, and I just roll the cellophane up a row at a time, the width of my release paper, and then I just put a row of release paper across that row. But then I separate each release paper into like 4 sections
Oh, cool.
to do a little bit. So I do and then I roll the paper up again, and then I set another row of release papers. So, and then I just kind of, I don't know if you can see this. I can just keep dividing the rows in sections
Oh yeah, yeah.
as I go. So then I'll turn this one sideways and then do a little section there. And then I'll go to the next one, and, like this is a full section here. And then I would rip this off and do the top part, or the top part of it right here. And then I'd have all this done. And then I'll go this one, and then I'll turn this one in squares and do one section, one section, one section. I don't know if you can see all that, but so
Oh, that's beautiful.
I
I
just,
love the shine.
I know it's got, look at all these, look at all the ABs in it. Look,
Oh,
look
I
at
love
the flowers.
that.
Look at the flowers.
Oh,
I know. And then the reflections in the windows.
that's
And the
beautiful.
flowers in the windows. And it's a rainy day, so she's got her umbrella.
That
And the
makes
umbrella's
the glitter even
the
stand out.
umbrellas are, yeah, the umbrella's full of ABs too.
Beautiful.
This is what it's going to look like when it's done.
Oh wow! And what company is she from?
This is Rhinestone Goddess Creations. Lauren Vaughn is the owner of that, and this is Cindy Emery is the artist. I've known her for a few years now. Before she even started her own business, she was selling for other people online, and so I met her, and not in person, but we've known each other for about 3 years now.
Nice.
So I have a lot of her stuff. And of
I'll have
course,
to find
she's
her.
my friend, so I had to order from her stuff. I got a lot of her things, but I got a lot of other things too. I got so many. I showed my husband the stash group on Facebook. I said, if I go before you, put all my paintings on the stash group. This is the group name. I got them everywhere. I got them stored everywhere. And I just couldn't stop buying for a long time.
Rhinestone Goddess Creations.
She's got her website now. She's just sell on her Facebook page, but now she's got a website.
Cool.
And pretty nice.
I'll check it out.
Her her canvases are really nice. Girls are good. The renderings are really good. She's really she's got a lot of people on her, a lot of members.
Cool. I will definitely check it out.
Yeah.
So she's on Facebook and YouTube, or
She's
Facebook
on
and
Facebook.
website?
Yes. And she just got her website up. She's been doing this for like 2 years on her Facebook, and then she just got a website up about a month ago, 2 months ago. So
Cool.
you can go to that. It's the same thing. And
Cool.
yeah. Yeah, I've been I think I started diamond painting when the pandemic started, because that's when Diamond Art Club started advertising on Facebook, except my husband said, oh, I can find these cheaper. So he started looking at Amazon, and he bought me my first painting on Amazon. It was a real colorful rendition of a golden retriever's face. And because that's the dogs we have. And it was terrible. The drills were terrible. Oh my God, it were terrible. They kept popping off, and they were messed up and broken. But I made it through. And after I got done with it, it's like, I need to get another one. and that rest is history.
Yep. Exactly.
Rest is history. Every time I saw a picture, oh, I gotta buy that. I gotta buy that. Gotta buy that. I don't know how much money I spent in that first year. Oh gosh.
I
And then I
can't.
got into Diamond Art Club, and
Yeah.
then I tried all the other um, companies around. You watch the YouTubes, and they're unboxing this and unboxing. So then you had to buy. Oh, that's beautiful! I got to buy that. You know.
The FOMO is real, people.
Yeah, it's been a while since I bought one though. I've got so many undone, so many I haven't even opened the boxes of.
Me too. Well, I've
I got a
opened most
couple.
of my boxes because I show them on the site, but
I
I've stopped buying as much because I have, I have so many spares. I don't know why I keep them, but I have so many spares. So I'm doing more spares projects so that I can use them up. But I'm trying not to buy as many as I had before, unless I I don't know, unless I can't live without it for some reason. But I'll be
yeah,
like 302 before I finish all of them for sure.
I'll be dead before I get them all done. My lifespan will be over. Oh, I went crazy. I did a couple of Chuck Pinsons, and I still got one in my closet I haven't opened yet. It's the ocean or the sea one where the water's coming out of the frame with the seagulls and the fish. I haven't even opened that one yet.
I have a couple Chucks too, and Dominic
And
Davidson's, and
yeah, I did a one for my daughter. It was unicorn selfie,
ooh.
and the mom and the child were and they're going like that with their tongues. You're taking a selfie because she loves unicorns.
My granddaughter
and it
does.
has a rainbow in the back. Yeah, it was so cute. And yeah, I've done a couple of his.
Diamond Art Studio. Have we bought any from
Diamond Art
Diamond
Studio?
Art?
I don't know that. I know Diamond Art Club. I don't know Diamond Art Studio. I got hair in my eye.
One of your lashes, maybe.
No, it's dog hair. I get
Oh.
dog hair flying around the room, and they shake. Goldies have long hair. I get it in my hair, in my clothes. We eat it.
Growing, yeah.
We eat it.
It's cool that you can work on them together, Michelle. Zara and her husband worked on a huge Lord's Supper, and they're putting it up in one of their rooms. They just finished it. They both had some health problems, so when after he had his knees operated on, he was doing that a lot when he had to sit and keep his leg raised, and she was doing it a lot when she had after surgery, and so they finally got it done. But now she said that's going to cost an arm and a leg to frame, so she's
Yeah, I have paintings that are on, the smaller one. I started off with small ones, of course, like everybody,
Yes.
and I've got the magnetic frame wood, that I'm hanging them on, and then I did a bunch in frames, and now I started just cutting off the edges and putting them up with double-sided tape on the wall.
Yeah.
Do
you seal yours at all?
The first ones I did that were the lesser expensive ones, if the drills were popping, yeah. But normally I don't. I don't seal them, and nothing's happened to them. I even take the duster, and dust them, and they're fine. I've never had anything fall off. Because you're not bothering them; they're just hanging there. It's not like you're, folding them or touching them or anything. So
this is true.
Yeah, you should see all the paraphernalia I have. When I started, I had to have everything everybody had.
Yeah, me too.
And now it's all just sitting on shelves.
Yeah.
Because I found the favorites.
Yes, exactly.
I've got trays of every kind. And then you watch a YouTube and they're showing, this. Oh, I'm gonna try that tray.
Have you tried the new Diamond Art putty pen? Have you gotten one of those yet?
No, but I saw it. Somebody.
I haven't. I'm going to unbox one shortly.
they said they put my putty in it, and it works really great.
Good.
So
I
I said,
didn't know they
"Oh,
were refillable, so that's good to know.
yeah, yeah." And she said, "Yeah, it worked great."
Cool.
I haven't bought a Diamond Art Club in ages, so I didn't know they were doing that now.
Yeah, they have a brand new kit without the cover minders,
Right.
and it's definitely a new setup. And I think there's a lot of waste in it because it's like a pull-out shelf. It's like a pull-out drawer. It's still wrapped in the plastic, but it's in this pull-out drawer.
It's not
And
in a
then
rolled up in a box anymore.
yeah, it is.
Oh.
The drawer is in the box.
So a
When you
skinny
open the
drawer.
box, you slide out the drawer. It's all
Oh,
sitting in the drawer, and then on top of the drawer there's this little shelf that has a little fold out instruction thing with, it doesn't have a sticker in it anymore, but it has another little fold out booklet in there that has like the sticker and all the little stickers in it, but it's in this little booklet that it's folded in somehow.
huh.
And then the
Well, that must cost them a pretty penny to do that.
and it's so much
Do they
waste.
do they pass that on to the price? Does it
Probably.
seem like?
Probably. And it's like, and they have the putty pen in there and a little thing of extra putty that you can put in
So the
there.
putty pen comes with it now instead of those little straw
Yes,
ones?
and the
Oh.
tray has a lid that
Oh
slides
yeah,
in.
I know. Yeah.
And
Someone was took a picture of those and was messaging me them, one
yeah,
of my customers, because she was telling me that she put my putty in it and it worked really good.
good.
So
I'll open up. I had gotten 2 from one of the last ones, because after I come out with my new video, they may kick me as a customer, as they have some of you guys here. But they may not like me anymore. So I used to unbox for them, and there's a whole story. I'll come out with it one of these days again on YouTube shortly, and they may not like me after I do. So I
oh well.
got 2 to use up my points because I'm like a diamond member, so I have all these points, and I'm like, I have to use these points before they get rid of them.
Before they can, yeah.
So I found 2 that I really liked, and then they came in this brand new kit, and I'm like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
And it's really cool, but it's like, and I thought, oh wow, just when I was about ready to kick them, they up the level again. And then I'm thinking, what am I gonna do with this drawer thing? What am I gonna do with all this stuff?
Huh.
So
That's weird.
anyway,
Yeah.
it remains.
I'll have to order one now just to see what the kit's like. Gee, I couldn't hole in the head.
Well, watch a couple unboxing videos before you do to see if that's something you really want.
Yeah.
I am so glad, Anita. I'm so glad that we can use her putty in the new pen. And they added, trading flick cards in place of the cover minders. Yes.
Trading cards, like the old baseball cards. Really?
They took out the shelf. When did they take out the shelf? Because that really wasn't needed.
Oh, they must have got comments on that.
You were going to use the drawer to save your spare drill.
Spare drill.
That's an idea, depending on how long that sucker is.
Well, it's got to be the same size length as the box, right?
Yeah, but you get small boxes or you get big boxes, depending on how big.
Depending on the size you buy.
Yeah, so you're going to have a shelf full of weird sized shelf drawers to put. I bought baseball cards.
Someone came up with an idea and they go, okay, let's try it. They don't diamond paint themselves, so it's like they just come up with these ideas and say, okay, we'll try that, and then people complain and then they stop.
Exactly. And I think too
it's a marketing gimmick.
Yeah.
That didn't do too well.
To see what other, like the Etsy shops are selling that people are buying a lot of.
They found the cost of shipping increased so much they had to reduce the size of the box.
That's fine. Not a big deal. They can do that, but they put all kinds of extra stuff in it. So yeah, I think that they see what's selling real well, what people are buying from Etsy stores, and see how can we copy that? How can we?
Yeah.
But at least I think they're listening to their customers a little bit more than they used to.
Yeah.
I really do. because, you know, we were complaining about that we really didn't need all the extra cover minders, or we really didn't need that weird bag that they came in that never sealed, but had a seal at the top, and it just
Oh yeah, yeah.
plant, yeah, and other things that they, you know, I think they came out with medium sized, and now they're copying paint gems with their minis, and now they're coming out with figurines, the Snoopy figurines and stuff like that, instead of the paintings. I think they're trying to see what sticks. I think they're trying to see what their customers want, trying a bunch of different things, which I can't blame them for at all. I think that's a good way to go. Carpe diem, like the washi tape. I know I like the washi tape too.
Yeah, I guess they're not doing that anymore, huh?
Probably not, but I did just get one.
I like washi tape.
Me too.
Oh, I was in a kick for washi tape there for a while too. I got every single roll of washi tape out there. Now I hardly ever use it.
Yeah.
I use it to put in the multiplacer to stick in my diamond painting pen to keep it from falling out. You know, I bought one of their 4-placer stainless steel multiplacers.
Yes.
It's so skinny, I don't like it. It's skinny.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
I have my moments with it where I think, oh, this is really great. And then other times I use it and I go, I don't like this. I haven't used metal tips.
I have.
I still use the plastic ones.
them. I like them. I don't use the thick plastic one, Liz. I like. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Gems. Glad you could be here.
Great to see you, Johnny. Hang on. Yeah. You too.
Yep. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week. And we'll see you in the Facebook group. Keep posting those pics. If anybody remember to post your progress pics, we're going to have our first. Tammy will put on the Facebook post, like, put your progress pics here for this week. Then before we go live next Tuesday, we'll number them all. We'll say that's closed off. Then after the live, we'll put up a new post your progress in this post so that we can, you know, you can post as many progress pics as you want. Just put one in the official post. Does that make sense? We hate having too many rules here, but we figured out, you know, we have to do something so that the overseas people can get in on it a little bit more. So,
okay. So you know why I like this?
Why?
You know why I like doing it this way?
Why?
Because when I type in the chat, it just rolls up, and half the time you don't see what my comment was. I mean, not just you. I'm not saying you, but anybody that I'm in a chat with.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many people typing. Mine will just roll up, and then you look back at the screen, and mine's already gone up the screen, so you don't get to see what I said or, you know, agree with or whatever. This is kind of nice. This is.
We have only between 15 and 30 people in chat usually, so it's like,
yeah.
Sometimes we have 4, which is great.
and then to try to type it without all the mistakes and everything, because you're typing really fast to get it entered in there so they'll see it, you know.
Yeah. And
then by the time you're typing, you got 5 other people answering, and yeah, it's like, they don't even know me. They don't even notice me.
No, I want to notice everybody who comes into chat, and I would feel really bad if I didn't get to say hi to everybody that came in.
Well, yeah, saying hi is one thing.
Appreciative that everybody's here, and I'm just I get happy when I make other people happy. So seeing everybody having a good time in chat is what I like to do.
But there's like sometimes you make a comment, and not just you. I mean, the host will make a comment, and by the time you're answering that comment, going, yeah, me,
it's gone.
You get lost. Mm-hmm. And they never get to know that you know, answered what they were talking about.
Gemma's back. Gemma from UK is back. Yes,
I've never gone live on YouTube. I've never done a live on YouTube.
I've never done it through the YouTube.
Well, this is YouTube.
Either. This is StreamYard though. When StreamYard,
but you're on YouTube.
Yes. But you can go directly from the YouTube app. You don't have to go, hey, from Puerto Rico, Evangelise.
Wow.
I know who that is. Why are you up so late, girlfriend? It's 11 o'clock. She's one of my soon-to-be 5th graders. She was my 4th grader
Ah.
last year.
Ah.
Hello, Evangelise. Yes, it's 4 a.m. in the UK. Gemma, I will get the, I'll try to get those things sorted out as soon as I can, the cover minders.
You're such
Evangelist,
a
I've got
easy
so many
person to talk
ideas
to.
for our room, for our homeroom. I teach at the Boys and Girls Club after school, the homework helper every day.
Wow. Well, you're
And
just a busy lady.
yeah, in the afternoons. It's like from 3 to 7 every afternoon. I really love my girls and my boys too. We had this past year in 4th grade, we had 11 girls and 3 boys. And I loved it that way. And Evangeline, I've got all kinds of things you guys have to help me make to make the room decorations.
So what do you do in that class?
Well, I help them with whatever homework. They come in with their homework books and their pages and their little computers and things like that. And their teachers sometimes sign that they got their homework written down right. And they're mostly ESL kids.
Oh.
And from all over. I mean, Korean and Spanish and well,
is it online or
no, we're actually
they're just people that
club,
live
in the club, and they get bussed in from the local schools. They sign up, and we help them with their homework and get them all signed out. Then they can go into the game room, and there's supervised gaming areas. They have pool tables and foosball and foursquare and basketball courts and huge things. And we do big events with them. And they have prizes they can win. They have clubs they can join, all kinds of things, up to 5th grade. And I got my granddaughter in. She's in 6th grade, but she's going to be a helper in the game rooms. So she's going to be in with me next year. I really, really enjoyed the kids. Loved the kids. Did you say you were a teacher? That you were in teaching?
I worked for the school district. I was a teacher trainer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I did,
Maybe you can help me with some discipline problems I was having with a boy or two.
I'm retired. The teachers were worse than the kids, I'll tell you. The teachers came up with more excuses why they didn't get their registration forms in on time, for the class. I go, oh, you gonna tell me your dog ate it?
I love watching the teachers on YouTube with the funny things, the funny test results, and
yes.
Yeah, and the funny excuses, and
yes.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
I love when they talk about their parents. They answer questions about their parents. God, it cracks me up.
Bye, Evangelise. Thanks for coming in. Gemma is, instead of Gemma sleeping, she's at work. She takes her tea breaks with us.
Oh, yeah, I had a cup of tea here and forgot all about it.
Get it too. I don't mind it cold.
It's the only thing I can drink cold. Well, I don't like cold coffee.
No, I don't
either. Cold tea I can drink. Well, you drink iced tea, so what's the difference?
Exactly.
Yeah, I did. I had a YouTube, or I have a YouTube channel, but I didn't do very good at it, and because there was so much about it that I didn't know. I was like cold going into it, and then that's how come I got such a stash, because I thought I had to keep buying all these paintings to do unboxings, and then found out that most of them got them from the companies. They weren't, and I was paying all this money for them. I mean, most of them.
The big ones.
And then my paintings, I have a different style than, well, see, because Diamond Art would send them, or all these companies would send them what was the going thing right now. And me, I have different
Yeah, I did
tastes.
previews for them for a little bit too. For over a
And
year.
and I never got the views or the subs to be able to do that, because you had to have over 1,000 or something, and my average was like 40 viewers, and then the time they watched wasn't very long. I just wasn't interesting. I don't have a
Yes, you
voice
are.
for it or
Yes, you
something.
are.
I don't know.
Yes, you are.
I don't know. I
It's just
just
you just be yourself. I mean, I've only got 1,600, but it's like
I got
no,
300 now.
that's awesome. Everybody go
300
click
and
on Joy's. Everybody here, click on Joy's. Tell everybody to do that. You only
I
have to
have
go
300
live.
something since my putty, because they have to look at that QR code to get in there to see the tips. But
There you
I
go.
haven't posted really anything in a long time, because it's just, I got frustrated with it. And, it's like, I'm not doing any good. There must be something wrong with me. So I just kind of
No.
stopped.
Mm-mm. I think it's slowed down. I think the big people went really big in the beginning because of the pandemic. I
Yeah.
think we were all home. We were all thinking, oh, we need something to do, so we'll start a YouTube channel, and if people like it. And then since Diamond Art Club and the big guys were saying, oh, well, we need people to unbox these things.
Right.
Since it's getting bigger, we'll send them to the bigger channels that are there. And then, well, I stumbled into it because I made a video they wanted me to take off the air, and they bribed me. I
Oh, God.
I did a goodbye Diamond Art Club, and I said the things that I wasn't going to deal with them anymore. And I only had like maybe a couple hundred. I didn't have that many. I didn't even have 500
That's a
people on there.
lot.
It
Oh,
wasn't
a
even
couple hundred
no, a
people.
couple hundred people subscribers.
Yeah. See, I
And
didn't.
but it went viral. It went over like 1,000 or so people watching
Yeah.
it. So they
Wow.
contacted me. All of a sudden, I had a $500 gift certificate in my email box, and I said, somebody's punking me.
Yeah.
Somebody's punking me. So I went in there and I just started clicking around. Oh, I like this. I like this. I like that. And I go to the checkout and I use the code. And doesn't it go through? I'm like, wait a minute. And then I got an email from them. And we talked back and forth, and they offered if I would, they said, well, this is what we think happened on our end. And, you weren't seeing our emails because this, that, and the other reason. I'm going to do another video on it soon, because everybody's coming out with their things now. And so I took the video down, and they gave me previewing, and that's how my numbers went up for a while. So I did unbox, but you don't get to choose what you're unboxing. They send
Right.
you whatever.
Right. Right.
And after a while, I had a whole bunch that they weren't my style.
Yeah.
So, and I am a hoarder to begin with of crafty items and stuff. So my whole living room is my craft room. It's just I have a screen for a reason. um, and so thanks, Tammy. You derailed my train of thought again. So anyway, yeah. So I did that for a while, and then something happened over Thanksgiving this past year that all of a sudden I get a phone call from somebody. I don't have any more from Jessie Ann. I have that one. I get a phone call on Thanksgiving Day from somebody at Diamond Art Club saying, we don't need you anymore, thank you. Click.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. I got to say,
No
like,
explanation, no nothing.
well, kind of. And I said,
Well,
what?
from the
Why?
YouTube you did?
What? And I'll put it all in the video, but like, why? What? And they gave me a reason. I said, well, no, I was doing it for you. And now, hasn't Diamond Art Club always had a Cyber Monday sale since Cyber Monday
Thank
was
you,
a
Painting
thing?
with Gems. I just read her thing. Thank you.
you already read them, but that was your last comment to me, love. Okay. Anyway, so they've always had a Cyber Monday sale. So when I had my Black Friday ones up, I put in on the thumbnail a question mark and Cyber Monday. Like, I wasn't going to tell you, but they said because I advertised that they were going to have a sale on Cyber Monday.
So
And
they got
they
mad
had-
at you for that?
Yeah. Yep.
Why? Well,
I
no,
said, I'll change the thumbnail. I'll take it off the thumbnail. Nope, you've already come out with that we're having a Cyber Monday sale, and we didn't announce that yet. And I'm like, you always have
Well,
a
how
Cyber
did-
Monday sale. What are
well-
you talking about?
yeah, it's like how did you know? They were done with you, so they had to come up with something.
I guess so. I guess
know
so. I wasn't bringing enough sales in for them, I guess.
they're
I'm not one of the giant channels.
right. And see, that's what happened to me. I'm not one of the,
Yeah.
Oh, and there were they were very intimidated. Well, I haven't done YouTube except for my demo for my putty. I hadn't done anything in over a year because I got so upset about it because the big wigs intimidated me. And there were a
Aw.
couple of videos that came out that I watched that they said, if you do this and you do this and you do this, then everybody's going to know and we're not going to watch you. We know what you're doing. And it's like,
see,
so then I got scared of the camera because I thought all these people are watching me and they're going to, think I'm they're because, and that when I started YouTube is right when they started saying only licensed art can be on YouTube. And I was just showing what I could afford. And so that so like, oh gosh, I got to start buying the real art. Well, that broke me. And it still didn't, and then it's like I'm opening something, but they've seen the same thing on 5 other big, mine was not interesting anymore, So I mean, I really never even got a chance. I tried it for 2 years and then I said, well, I guess YouTube's not for me. And so I was always nervous. Here I am in my own room with my own camera,
yeah.
and my husband was helping me and he was editing the films and stuff. And then I was so worried about everything I said that I said, no, I can't say that. I can't say that because someone's going to hear it, And then finally it stressed me out so much. I go, I guess I shouldn't be doing this anymore. As I was always worried about what other people were watching, And he says, you're so tiny. They don't even pay attention to you, But they were mean. They were mean. And I asked some of them for help and they wouldn't answer me. And,
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it's like, well, they acted like they were gods of the diamond painting world.
Yes. And I tried a couple times with one that was more friendly than the others. And like you said, the chat went so fast that and I think I said something wrong one night and I got like shunned. So I don't know. I'm just me. And right now I just, whatever I'm doing, I'm putting up. And there for a while it's been about 3 or 4 months and I've only put like 2 videos up. I've done the lives almost every Tuesday night. But I'm liking the lives better. I like talking.
These are nice.
I mean, I'm having fun with that, and it's going up on the probably because of the event. But I'm hoping people stick around and like interviewing people enough that they stick around a little bit longer, and we can have some good chats with everybody that comes in after here. And I love having people on, and it's like just talking to new friends, and I love getting to know people that way.
Yeah, it makes me know you better. It's like you're in the same room with me talking, and of course I don't see the chats going on. Every now and then I'll see something across the screen, but I can't see the chat doing this.
I'm trying to put up as much of the chat as I can. Like if they have something, some of them are going on about
I guess if I had my phone open on this, I could see what they were saying, but I can't see it on the laptop.
Yeah, if you have the thing is, you can put
Well, look at there. I just found the thing that said comments.
there you go. There you go.
I tell you, I'm slow to.
Hey,
I'm
no,
not
we
slow
all
to
are
go and
that
eat, but
way.
I'm not
You
slow
should
to
have seen
dinner.
the
But
first couple lives I did. They were awful. They were absolutely awful. They were all about tripping over myself with technology. It was just crazy. I mean, you have to start somewhere, right?
yeah,
You have to start
I saw private chat, but there's nothing there. And then all of a sudden, I see comments up here, and I hit it, and I went, oh my gosh, there's everybody.
There's
Sorry,
everybody.
everybody. I feel like such a klutz. Some
No,
things I'm really up to date on in computers and phones and social media, and then other things I'm clueless. Just don't have
me
any
too.
idea.
Me too.
But it's been fun. And then yeah, I'll give you that link to that Zoom that's going on
Thanks.
right now. It's an event, and in fact, the lady that's holding it is Yvonne Burgess.
Okay.
And she's doing an actual event next July where everybody's meeting in Virginia for a diamond painting convention
That's not
type
too
thing.
far from me.
And I'm going to be a sponsor for that.
Oh, are you going to get to
I'm
go?
probably not.
Oh,
We're
no.
all the way in Washington. I can't fly
Okay.
away. It's expensive for us.
I was wondering why I
And
was still daylight behind you for most of the
oh,
time.
it's just coming to the end of the daylight now. It's what 8:20 right now, so it's starting to sunset. Yeah, we're all the way on the West Coast, so everything
I like him.
is so far away from us that goes on. And
One of my prayer partners for Oasis is up in Washington, so
oh
we get
yeah,
on once a month
What-
on Zoom. I have I'm part of Oasis Ministries, and I'm taking their spiritual direction course. I've had a couple with Shalem and other places, and after seminary, I took extra courses. I'm always taking courses, but so right now I'm doing that, and hopefully can get a certification in uh, trauma informed. And
hmm,
so anyway, for the 2 years that I'm in the program, we meet once a month, like for a retreat day, and we have prayer partners that we meet once a month in between times, and we do contemplative prayer activities together, and like read a poem and do some deep breathing and go down into contemplative prayer and come back up. So one of our prayer partners is in Washington State that I meet with every month. The other one's in State College, Pennsylvania.
hmm.
So
Yeah, there's I just signed up with TikTok. For a long time, my husband said, "You don't want people on TikTok. You don't want to go on TikTok." But now that I got this putty, I had some customers from TikTok,
cool.
and so I signed up so I could see their live to see what it was like. So now I'm posting off
Is that your
TikTok
name on
pictures.
TikTok too? Joy's Happy Hobbies or
No, Joy's Putty.
Joy's Putty? I'll
I
find
know
it.
Joy's Happy Hobbies is my YouTube.
Okay.
And then I started my diamond painting group, which is Joy's Diamond Painting. Now, it used to be Everything Diamond Painting, which somebody else has that name now, but
Oh.
nobody knew my name because it just said everything. So Nix was involved with, I knew Nix at that time. And
Yes.
so she said, you really got to change your name because nobody really knows you. And so then I changed it to Joy's Happy Hobbies because I do all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
And so I've shown all kinds of, my crafts. I've done YouTubes on, all these things. And so that's why I got so many names. And then Joy's Putty was just because it's Joy's Putty. I didn't come up with anything fancy.
It's
Joy's
I hear about
Putty.
with branding though, if you try to keep the same name on everything that you're on,
I know.
Find you with the branding.
I
I'm
know.
learning that the hard way too. I'm on
Yeah.
TikTok too.
Because
And
everything
I have
started
one.
so late from each other.
Yeah. I'm not really on a whole lot. With drawing near or Wanda's Workbasket. I'm not up on TikTok a whole lot, but I play around every once in a while on there.
Well, I play around with it to post on my Facebook page a cute little video of a new fragrance that I'm bringing out, you know, and that's what I'm doing with it. I'm not watching it or, you know, being on it or anything. And then to be live on it, you have to have over 1,000 followers. And then to be just a voice in where they can just hear you, you have to have like over 500 followers. And I'm like 39.
Me too. I'm that's about where I'm at too.
Every day I get new followers. I don't know who they are. You know, there's always saying, you know, you got this new follower, but you know, I said, yeah, I'll be 90 years old by the time I get to be live on there.
Me too. I'm just some old lady on there. What are they going to think?
Yeah, you know. So.
I'm starting to put out dear daughter messages is what I want to do. Really quick, short. I'm going to start with shorts. And because working with my girls and the kids all the time and my granddaughter and my daughter, it's like, what do I want to say to them that I think I'm the kind of person who, when I get back and start ruminating on the stuff that's been going through, then I'll think of the best things to say.
Yeah.
Not in the moment, you know, it's like not in the
right.
moment. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to talk to the camera as if I'm talking right to them. And I'm going to put out some dear daughter messages. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to.
See, I can't talk to the camera.
Well, I pretend I'm seeing.
I've tried that.
One of my loved ones.
I've tried pretending there's someone there, and it's just me talking to myself, and my mind goes blank, and you know, I have all this thing I want to say, and then I get under this camera, and it's like it's like camera shy, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yet something like this I can do great, you know. I mean, I see myself, and everybody can see me, but it's person to person. I have to have feedback when I can't just keep talking about making stuff up in my head to talk about. I have to have someone say something, and then I can elaborate on it and talk back and forth to them.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
it's
so that's why YouTube was really hard for me, because there was nobody else, you know, bringing up stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. It was a whole new world for me when I started diamond painting. You know, I went from diamond painting to YouTube to Facebook, you know, and then for 2 years, my Facebook never grew. It stayed at 109 members who never posted, you know, and then I came out with the putty, and then boom.
Ooh.
I'm like almost 800 people on my Facebook group now.
Fantastic.
It's February, and they're active.
I just clicked onto the Facebook page tonight, and it said, this week is our 5-year anniversary. And I forgot to announce it at the top of the thing.
Oh, yours?
Wanda's Workbasket 5-year anniversary on Facebook.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
I still don't have 800 members. I've got about 200, which is fine.
For your Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook.
But
I have 1,600 on YouTube, but only 200 on Facebook. So something I'm not connecting it the same way on my videos, or I'm not cross-talking them enough, I guess. I don't know.
The only reason why I grew is because I'm doing the putty, and they have to come into my Facebook group to get into see the featured section to see all the scents and everything. And that's the only reason, you know. It's like you have to have something for people to be interested. And I didn't sell anything. I didn't make anything for YouTube. YouTube is all about advertising your product, and I didn't have a product. All I did was unboxings and my crafts, and it's boring, you know. The only ones that did really good were making trays, or they sold pens, or, you know,
give away
all that
something every week.
They had a gimmick. Oh, they gave away, yeah. And it's like, I didn't have the money to be giving stuff away, you know. So, yeah, it didn't, you know, and I didn't understand that until I got into it for about a year or so. And then I went, that's what the problem is. I got to find a gimmick. But then even then, you know, it's just hard
then
to...
Why? And then you go back to the why. Why am I doing this? Why? Just to be... Yeah, you wonder. That's why I started my I
had to go to therapy. I had to talked to my doctor, I was so upset about it. I cried so much about it. I mean, I did. I took it so personally.
Yeah,
That's the problem with me is I take things personally
me
because
too.
I've always been an insecure person, really.
Me too.
And even through school and stuff, I've just nobody likes me, nobody wants me, nobody. I never got invited to
We
parties.
internalize everything. That's why we
Yeah.
internalize it.
And then when I get home or after I'm done talking to someone, I'll sit and go over everything. Go, God, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, I bet
Yes.
they got mad at me for this. Oh gosh,
Yes. Yes.
oh, that was a stupid thing to say. They'll never talk to me again. Yeah, that's what I do.
I
And it's
finally
just,
learned this past year how to turn the tapes off in my head.
how do you do that?
It's a long process.
Okay.
It's a long process. I should talk about that on the Drawing Near channel. But there's just so much. Yeah, it's a new therapy that I've been going to. I've been going to therapy all my life. I've been depressed since I was second grade. But but it's a new type of it's an imaginative prayer therapy, and it's just it's
No, that's great.
it happens. I don't even know. I can almost not tell you how it happens, but um, yeah, I'll work on that. I'll work on coming up with thinking about how that happens, because it's been such a blessing. Because this is the first year, this is the first year that I've been able to turn those tapes off in my head. I'm 62 years old, and
And I'm
finally the tape
71.
stopped.
I'm 71 and a half. And I go, and I had a lot of trauma in my childhood. And and that never goes away. I mean, you go
Right.
day to day and you don't think about it and stuff, but it's there, and it made me very insecure as a person,
And your
as a
body
child.
remembers. And our first coping mechanisms to those type of things. I didn't have a problem in my family except for one person, and I didn't get along with my peers. Got along great with my teachers. Did not get along with my peers at all.
Oh, I didn't either.
Bullied incredibly, and all that, the things you hear from others are stuck in your head, and they go through your tapes, and they talk to you and talk to you and talk to you. And through this one
I have
therapy,
this habit.
I
I
keep,
have this habit.
me, I keep sniffing or grunting or screwing up my face. Oh, I haven't been watching your channel lately because there's too much coughing and grunting. And I'm like, oh crap, because I get nervous and it happens. I'm like, okay, sorry, I'll work on it. What can I tell you? But
Anyway.
hopefully that hasn't been distracting tonight. But
Oh no, because I've been sitting there pulling that's why my chin is so long. I sit there. No, I'm just kidding.
I just thought you were related to Jay Leno. That's all. No, I'm just
My mom had a long chin.
I
I look like my mom a lot.
I got a ski slope nose. So. But yeah, no.
And we could laugh. I could laugh about things,
Yeah.
but still, it's just. Well, like one therapist said, yeah, you're so used to the anxiety and the tightness and the nervousness that's the more comfy for you. If you every now and then I feel relaxed, but then I jump like that.
Yeah, because you're preparing ahead of time.
I feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I feel like I'm falling.
Yes.
Out of midair,
Yes, I do that too every once in a while. You just get that jump.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's your body remembers the trauma, and it's your body's reaction. Like, like, no, I have to keep tensing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the wall goes back up again.
Oh gosh, I'm glad you understand. Normally, I don't talk to anybody like that. This stuff.
That's why I'm a spiritual director. People talk to me.
Well, God puts you in places that you never even think of.
Exactly.
People helping people, and He always knows who to have you around and who to have you meet and stuff. I mean, He does it for a purpose, and
Absolutely.
I'm thankful for that. I just believe that.
Nick said the same thing the other night, that I got her to talk about stuff she hasn't talked about in years. She doesn't usually come out on camera to talk about, but no, I'm always grateful for the privilege of being let into people's lives. And if I can normalize some of the stuff that everybody goes through, I mean, oh my gosh, I think everybody has something they're going through. And
Mm-hmm.
you have to have somebody to talk to about it. You just have to. And somebody to normalize it. And a lot of us have kept things in for so long, especially in our generations, because mental health was not something you talked about.
Right.
Mental health right before us was something you hid away in the attic or sent to an institution. You didn't talk about it because it was a flaw in your family. Don't worry about it. And it's now people are knowing that when you talk about it, you heal it. When you connect with somebody else who's been through it and understand that, hey, I'm not alone in this. And there are some answers that, yeah, somebody understands what I'm going through. And it takes some of that stress and that.
But with me, it's like
Away.
it comes back though. As soon as I'm away from that person or whatever, then it just comes back. And I pray all the time, and some days I feel really good, and then other days it's like, why am I going through this? Everything's going fine. My life is fine. My husband's good. He's a typical man. I mean,
I hear that.
but he treats me good. We've been married. Well, we'll be married 25 years next year.
Congrats.
Which, yeah.
Yeah.
It's my third marriage too. That's the longest one I've had.
Okay. It's okay.
Yeah. So it's like, even then, we both, say, well, God meant us to be together. It just took the long road to find it. You had to have your experiences first
That's right.
to know the good stuff. So, yeah.
Some of us go right from one home to the next and not getting to know ourselves, and that's part of the problem. Then you grow away from the person that you thought you loved to begin with, and you did love them for a while, and then you grow apart, and it's like, well, you just
I
don't know.
just wasn't a good judge of character at the
Mm,
beginning.
like
Too
my
young.
daughter.
And, yeah, too young.
Yeah.
I just, wanted someone to love me. But anyway, I'll get off that.
Well, hey, you know what? My
Probably
door's always
time.
open. My chat's always open.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad that somebody's getting them. Face starts itching. Anita. Her face starts itching when she gets online.
Itching.
So
This has always been
over
something
it.
I just get over.
You're right. It's not a
Yeah.
solution.
No, it's true. It's true.
People who
And
don't understand it.
and even though my husband's very loving and everything, he can't understand. He can't relate to it. So I can't talk to him.
Is yours an
And
engineer too?
yes, he was he's an electrical engineer.
Yeah, my
An
husband's a
electrical
computer
engineer.
engineer, computer-aided drafting engineer.
He worked for
Electronics.
the Edison company for many years in California.
Mine for GE.
Huh? How funny.
Now he's working
Yeah.
with. We're close to retirement, but he's working with a Japanese company up in Allentown, and it's they seem to be like iron on the outside, but a teddy bear on the inside. And it's like they hold everything in until it explodes.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, they want to solve everything. It's like, no, I don't want you to solve everything. I just want you to listen. Can you just like understand what I'm feeling? It's all I want. Or give me a hug and a pat on the head every once in a while.
Yeah.
And I'm
Tell me
fine.
you love me.
Exactly. Give me a squeeze every once in a while and I'm good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's like he and I are more like, sometimes he's in chat, but I didn't see him yet tonight. He's asleep by now. We're like two toddlers playing next to each other. We're doing our own thing, but we're sitting close to each other. Like we're in the same
he's
room,
in
but
his
we're doing something completely different.
that's how he's in his computer room, which is upstairs, and I'm in the kitchen doing my putty or doing with the dogs and taking care of them and stuff. We're there, but we're not talking to each other. He's on his computer and I'm that, or I'm downstairs here working and he's upstairs with the TV. But we're in the same house, and I mean, he's all, we pass each other all the time, give hugs and whatever. But it seems like it's gotten more that way in the last couple years, the older we're getting.
Hmm.
I don't know if that's normal or not.
Yeah, it is. It's
Um,
also normal not to live in the same house. My
oh,
husband
and you
and I don't
don't, do
live in the
you?
same house. No.
My parents were like that. They after us kids were out of the house and stuff, it was a few years. He moved to one senior citizen complex, and my mom moved to the other. But yet they still went together everywhere and
Yeah.
stuff. But they couldn't live together anymore.
Yeah. I mean, we just can't. I mean, we both have our collections.
Mm,
um, I'm not going to out him what he hoards, um, but we just can't. And we like the rooms, different temperatures. We like the different levels of energy. Of different.
hmm
Like he'll be watching his favorite politics, and I'll be watching my favorite politics. And the other day, he starts on the phone about something or clicking on a YouTube that I didn't like, and we were sitting together watching TV. And I said, "You know what? I'm demanding equal time." I said, "You watch yours, you're going to watch one of mine." He stopped watching his. I said, "Yes." I said, "It's my TV, my apartment. You're over here. I demand equal time." Because I can't no. So, I mean, he will turn on, when I was writing my sermons, he'd turn on an atheist thing. I'm like, "What are you doing? I'm writing my
Oh.
sermon. Is this passive aggressive crap or what?" And, he was always supporting me with everything. He'd drive me up to the church. He'd, be there with me and drive me. It was an hour and a half away for a while. And, but when I goes to write my sermons, but if I wasn't writing it in time when he thought I would have to have them done, sometimes I didn't write them until Sunday morning. That would drive him absolutely nuts. He'd say, "Why haven't you written that thing yet?" I'm like, "What do you care? What, you want to turn on another atheist video? Is that what you're waiting for?" It's just crazy things like that. So sometimes we can't live in the same
Exactly.
place.
But we
And
started. Go ahead.
no, I was just I started this as I'm in my grandmother's apartment in the front of my mom's home. When I broke my leg, my mom took care of me. When she got COVID and things, I took care of her. So when she goes on vacation, I take care of the plants and the fish and,
Mhm.
whatever. So we're here together. And they're just down in the yard. So it's all on the same compound. My kids, my
Mm.
grandkids, we're all growing up on the same 15 acres. So it's wonderful. We're still in the same. I can walk down
Yeah,
if I
we have
walk
a
up.
neighbor a couple houses down, and her daughter lives in a place like that where it's the grandparents, the parents, the kids, the in-law.
Yeah.
They call it the compound. They call it the
The
compound.
compound. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I've been doing that too.
and they're on acres, and they got a lake and everything
Oh, nice.
around them and stuff, and it always sounds so much fun. They're always having they're very close knit family with everybody, and that's something that neither my husband or I grew up with, a real close knit family. So
We're half and half.
you know,
Half of us are close knit and half of us aren't. But half of us are
and then we
introverts and
hardly
half
have
of us
anybody left in our family anymore.
are.
Everybody's passed. I have one sister left, and she's 78 now, and she's had heart problems, so it's like I'd be the only one left in my family, except for my daughters and grandkids, of course. And he's got grandkids, but everybody's in California. So the older we've gotten now, the more lonelier we're getting. It
Yes,
was nice to get away from
yes,
everybody,
yes.
but we've been here almost 20 years now, and now it's like great grandkids are being born now. I'm a great grandma now, and
Absolutely.
we're kind of like we're here all by ourselves now because the people that we were here, relatives that were here when we moved out here, they're gone. They've moved, and then some of them have passed, and so like we're here by ourselves now. It gets lonely,
It does. It does.
especially
And
when you FaceTime and then you hear something that had happened. I go, well, how come nobody told me that? How come I
Exactly.
didn't hear? How come I wasn't the
Exactly.
first one you called? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And I have a
it's,
feeling the older we get, the further our family gets spread out. Mark and I will end
yeah.
up living together again eventually anyway. We won't be able to
Yeah.
afford 2 different old folks' homes.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
that's for sure. That's for sure. Well, anyway, I think it's time for me to.
Yeah, I gotta let you
I've
go.
got a bunch of messages that came in on my phone, so I should
Okay.
take a look at those. And
Well, thank
but
you,
I'll
Joyce,
send
for coming
you.
in tonight.
Well, yeah, I'd love, gosh, I'd love to do this every week, but I know I can't.
Anytime you want to. Anytime you're
You
popping
know,
in, just
I
let
mean,
me
when you have
know.
other guests on, I wouldn't be on. I don't want to interfere with their things. So,
There's plenty of other nights when I'm begging for guests to come on. So anytime you're here and you want to pop in, I'm glad to have you.
okay. Well, thank you everyone for, the ones that stayed here when I got my face on. I did a filter. There were settings. I did a filter so my face looks really nice and smooth.
I like that. I should try that too. I should put makeup on.
I was just clicking buttons and seeing what they were doing. I was like, oh, this is nice. I look like a 49-year-old now instead of 70.
I'll try that.
Okay, I'm gonna sign out. Goodbye, everybody. It was
Bye,
nice
Joy.
talking.
Thanks again. Great having
Thank
you.
you. Bye bye. Well, I should come by next week just to watch and see who wins. So I want to keep up with that.
Okay, and I'll give you an
Okay.
email. I'll send you an
Okay.
email.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Oh, that was so cool. That was so nice having her. And I know we're later than normal. We're almost close to 12. Hey, I didn't start till 10 when we started this before. Last 2 years ago, I think we've been doing lives, and I started at 10. We were 10 to 12 every night. So this is our normal time, right? Anyway, about ready to go and say my Sally Star sign off. Don't forget that this week we are starting progress posts, weekly progress posts. We will have 2 giveaways on Tuesday nights. One that will be the Nix tray and the putty and all the other good things for winning. And if you want to be part of that, you'll have to post in the progress on Facebook your pick, just one pick in the progress thing. You can put as many picks up in the normal chat in Facebook as much as you want, and I'd love to see it all. So we'll number them, and then you'll be part of the first giveaway of the evening next night and the next night. Okay, we'll see how that works. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Love you all. And here we go. Love, luck, and lollipops. Mwah. Love ya. See you next week. Thank you, everybody.